I have to go back home, right?
Yeah, you gotta go back home. You know how it is. Yeah. My coach, good to see you. Welcome.
Charlie, it's always a pleasure to be here.
Yeah.
This is my second time of being in the studio since you guys started.
Yeah, but this is the first time I'm in the same studio with coach.
Yeah. It's never happened before.
Today I leave him to do all the action. Because if I put my fire in coach's fire, we'll catch fire.
The building will burn. The building will burn to ashes.
Coachy!
Bosukina.
Nothing okay.
Charlie, you was about.
But I don't want to go feel na koba.
He was singing
everywhere I go.
It's an
Nakona.
What are you gonna do?
Deputy coach. Coach, that's an amila kobe.
Of course, my boy.
It's an no koni bani. We have to start on a very good note.
Banoba wokeya Zeba Banoba wokeya. Yo was Zeba. Banoba wokeya. You was about Banoba wokeya. Zeba Banoba wokeya. Charlie, you are joining onu.
Amen.
You was about ke. Imba Kenya keshi. Nichi moni nechwonke Ghana ma. Is say here. Ni no he wale iba wunye he wale.
Amen.
Iba hanye nile.
Amen.
Iba gbele nye jomo.
Amen.
Nye kase ni wujin. Kone kanye bata. Microphone se ni nye wiye. Ghana ma mu fen ba na akeshi. Ano kwale ke jomo. Ke ni jomo he wonye tabiye.
Yeah.
Nyafe moko bidden.
David.
It's about Ghana and Ghana alone. It is about Ghana and Ghana alone.
Absolutely.
And the good Lord will continue to bless. To wherever your team lead is, Gary Dow Smith. Look, this is a wonderful project. For him to have been the one to lead this idea and give Ghana its first ever 24-hour sports station.
Yeah.
Daily, 7x7. Charlie, you don't get it anywhere.
That's right.
And we are saying that most people thought it would just come and pass by like other radio stations. But this thing has come to stay.
Yeah.
You better accept it and welcome it, embrace it, and go along with it, because it is a godly foundation. It's established under the principles of God. And we are most grateful to the brain behind Sporty FM. And for me, I've always said, Akeshi, anybody that seek to champion Ghana, I'm with that person. If you are my wife, you are incapable, I'll point it out to you.
Right.
So we are grateful for people like you. You guys are very young, so I can project there's a 30 years, 40 years of doing this, provided you still think this is what you should be doing. And the good Lord will continue to strengthen you,
Amen.
Bless you, open your minds to wonderful things. And when you open your mouth to speak, you see me, you guys know me, I'm a simple person.
Yeah.
But there's one thing I don't compromise on. I don't compromise on Jesus. The Jesus I know will take me everywhere I want to go. He will lead me and I will speak with him as my foundation. That is why I've always spoken the way I've spoken.
Yeah.
The last thing I'll ever seek to do is to dent or to defame anybody. But when the facts remains and it's about Ghana, by the grace of God, I will speak with my conviction. No more. Ole course ni na ina course bi be bonchole Ghana akeshe owie no be meneme se be meneme trouble. Me, I'm not affiliated to anybody.
Yeah.
Go and ask Christopher Nimley, he will tell you. Let me tell you a story. My father, when I say my father, I lost my dad when I was very early. So from my mom's and my uncle, the one who took care of me and virtually guided me through my university education. A time came when he fell so ill, and in the family it was my cousin and myself who at the time were bearing the bills. I went to Christopher Nimley and I told him that, President, this is the problem I'm facing. Can you help me? Help me sustain the health of my uncle. Do you know what Kwesi did? He put me in his car, took me to wherever he had to take me, got the money, and drove me to the Kolibo. At the time, my uncle was on dialysis, and we're paying some good money. Every week we had to pay. And he paid for me. He paid 2 months, if I'm not mistaken. My uncle stayed on it. The last week that my uncle died. But Kwesi will tell you, Coach Nimley is one of my biggest critics. In Bible. Bones momona no fear, no track flat. You bought my conscience. Only the biggest disappointment in Ghana football. It's not only the FA. It's about the people that call themselves SWAG. Ono minji ni mana matwa me say na kan SWAG be ani boka onu pa denje blaster play me tami blasters hotel tami blasters ni eye me na feel how can you critique the people when they go wrong? Ono minji
swag you know now.
Not
Ray, Ben
I'm a friend to swag.
Ray, I told you that.
Keep the people on their toes.
I told you that. Me, I will not say anything about that group
I'm sure you're here
again.
They're disgracing you people.
No more. You let me in Ray because the
at the
last
right time, that's what. Come on, man.
Today,
documentation.
Today, let's deal with
if
other
you want
things.
to save Ghana football, look, that is one body that should never compromise. If you know the power of the media, if you know how powerful swag is. You know the day I was surprised, the day we organized Save Ghana football demonstration. And I repeat, no leadership of that reputable organization, no leadership supported and came out. And I will be a compromise. No one can blasters I'm a private jet. Atami. I'm a ni aye. I'm a hotel. Oh, I'm a how can you criticize the man? Because you are not a cool. There's nowhere you will go as the boss or as a leader of SWAG that corporate Ghana will not bail you out. But when you go and you sit in the Blasters private jet, you sleep in the Blasters hotel, you eat the food the Blasters players are eating. When people go and beat journalists, then you go there and try to say you handled the matter. You've sold your conscience. Charlie. No boy in Keno back passage. I will let me. You always about a job program. Nimba Lemba. Like Ghana Mama Fefe Klalu. I'm about to
It's 8 on the dot. It's 8 on the dot. Well, I mean, we'll talk about a number of things. We'll talk about Ghana football. I'll take coach's thoughts on the World Cup too. I see that your dear friends, the Spanish team, have made it to the very end of the process. We'll talk about them later.
No, they'll win it.
You will talk about them. We'll talk about them later. But you know, Chris, it's been the last few weeks have been very interesting. Ray, I'm sure you were away. Chris, you were here. So you saw in the aftermath of the Black Stars exit, the usual uproar started, and there are some people who are still on this tangent. And I totally understand and agree with them that Ghana football has to get better. Right? There are some people who say that the Football Republic is responsible. Some people say it's the FA boss who's the problem. Some people have even pointed to journalists to say that journalists are the problem, right? So I don't know. I'm sure you may have seen that. Yeah. But Chris, let me just get your thoughts on where we are now in terms of Ghana football through the perspective of the World Cup. So let's use the World Cup to try and figure out what exactly is wrong and how you think we can go forward. I see you have a copy of Ketokweku's manifesto from 2019.
Yeah, and I have, if you look at my laptop, a very good brother sent me a solid proposal. It's a government-led national football development and high performance strategic plan.
Yeah.
Charlie, I've read this document and I've told myself that, look, at the right time, I will talk about it.
Okay.
Your question is, where are we?
Yes, where are we?
But Nathan, just a quick one. So this document you share with us.
Yeah, I'll share with you. I'll hand it over to you. In fact, I'm going to take this document as far as hand it over to the minister, Honorable.
Yeah. Okay. So this is a proposal that a private person,
a good friend, has written,
has put together,
and he believes. And when you read through it, Nathan, When you read through it, it is titled Government-Led National Football Development and High Performance Strategic Plan.
Okay.
If you read through this document, and our people are smart, I'm not saying lift it verbatim.
But there are some interesting
things there that you can't just throw away. When you ask of where we are based on the World Cup,
yes,
I would say we shouldn't restrict it to the World Cup, but we should look at where we are on the continent
okay, fine.
of
I think
Africa
that's a good.
Then we project beyond the continent.
That's a good way of looking.
I think we are 15 to 20 years back behind countries like Morocco, Senegal, Egypt, South Africa. Yes, I think Cote d'Ivoire. We are so far behind.
Okay.
In our football, such that we need a government-led intent program to rescue the situation.
Okay.
We are talking about Africa here. We cannot do it without the government. Because what needs to be done, don't be deceived by any person or group of persons that believe that they've got the magic to solve it. It's not true. They can't do it. Because it's so huge that if we don't get that governmental support, forget about it. Our juvenile football is dead. Our local league is absolutely rubbish. Oh, yes.
Don't you think that's
today I've come home.
Don't you think that's a tad too tough?
No.
Or that's a tad too harsh to say
it's
that?
Absolutely rubbish. I'm not going to. No. Let me viol.
Yeah.
I'm not going to massage or no, I won't do that. It's absolutely rubbish because if there's still violence, hooliganism at our venues, you will not risk your beautiful wife and family. Raymond, would you risk your beautiful wife? No. I would not take my beautiful daughters to go and watch any Ghana game. Pole is dead. We still cannot find his killers. Are we serious as a country? In a country where the FA chairman has his team, Dreams FC versus RTU. I have done football. I've done coast football for over 27 years. I started doing coast football when I was in JHS. All right? And I know what goes into inspecting the players before a game kicks off.
Yeah.
My captain and the opponent captain will take the registration card or the biometric card. This is Keto Kriku. You look at this card, you make sure that the picture you see on the biometrics tally with the player in front of you. We sat in this country. When a Premier League game involving the president of the Ghana Football Association, his football team, Dreams FC, together with RTU, isn't it?
Yeah.
Inspections were made. The Dreams FC captain told the whole country that the lined up players of RTU, their pictures tally with the players who stood before him as players to represent RTU on that day, isn't it? When the game kicks off, Dreams was, they scored. One goal scored by RTU. When the commentators started mentioning, Christopher Nimley has scored for RTU. He's redeemed one goal. Then Christopher Nimley picks up the phone and calls and says, look, who is duplicating my name? Who is impersonating me? I'm not on the field, though. I'm at home. So that was what blew the alarm. Agreed?
Yeah.
When that blew the alarm, then investigation started. What was the outcome? So it was proven that the entire RTU team that played that game were not registered players.
Yes.
But you know the amazing thing
was that
when the disciplinary committee or so-called committee of the Ghana Football Association sat on the matter, they punished RTU. The result stood.
The result I think was.
Oh, the result stood.
Was expunged. I'm checking
because
if you read, I'm checking. If you go through the, okay, this is against Midiama. I'm trying to find.
But if, as you look through to find it,
I'm trying to find.
Raymond, from what I've told you,
very good. So
were Dreams FC not equally viable to be punished? They should have been punished.
Okay.
Because they knew, look, they can never convince me or you or anybody.
So this is the story.
Yes.
So if you go to the GFA's website, the story is there. It was published a year ago.
That's right.
Now it says the disciplinary committee of the GFA has imposed a fine of 100,000 cedis on RTU for behaving a way that brings the game into disrepute.
That's right.
Contrary to section 34(6)(d) of the GFA's regulations. The disciplinary committee found that during the match day 28 game between Dreams and RTU at the Theatre of Dreams, RTU did intentionally deceive match officials during the said game by using unregistered players.
I have a problem with that intentionally because, like I've just taken you through the procedure, you will clearly see that the picture of Raymond does not tally with his biometric card.
So now,
so who does it? There and then, no. Look, the match commissioner do. I'm a family.
So I'm coming. So RTU pleaded guilty. Okay. Now, in their defense, hold on. In their defense, they stated that they were in a difficult situation, and the officials thought their actions on the day were intended to alleviate an already bad situation of the club, as the club's registered players refused to make the trip. Okay, so two things happened. RTU got fined 100,000. Then their officials, Idi Manzan Alasan, Abdul Samid Idrisu, Abdul Gafaru Salifu, Tanko Gentuma, and Sylvester Ya Apanka were all handed a 1-year ban from all football-related activities with immediate effect. So the RTU side of the punishment was handed out. Even that, I still have a little problem because I feel that there is a certain criminal element.
Impersonation.
Very good. So impersonation, if you look at Ghana's law books, it is there. So I feel that even outside football, that issue should have been treated in the court of law as an offense. So that aside.
That's right.
So you are saying that the Dreams
But
FC
from what you read, if that ends the ruling on the matter, there's no mention of any punishment to Dreams.
Yes, and that's what
There's
I'm saying.
no mention of the result being nullified.
Imonsa, can you check? I need to know if the result was kept or it wasn't kept.
So what would have happened in that case would be the game would be declared a forfeiture.
Meaning that Dreams will be given
3
3 points and 3 goals because RTU's proper players did not show up. So that is what. So in the football side, so again, that is punishment number 3 for RTU. Points are taken from them. They got fined. Officials got given a 1-year ban. I still say that outside football, they should have dealt with the criminal element. Okay, they didn't, but I still think that's what should have happened. Chris, your argument is that...
You see, if these things had happened in other jurisdictions...
That is why...
Jesus Christ.
Ray, you remember when we had the discussion a few days ago, we're speaking about... The former AG, Godfrey Dami, was speaking about creating a sports tribunal. And he admitted that some of the things that happen in football, how do I even say it? The broad or the general law of the country, he must have sent me a message. The general law of the country does not find a place for some of those,
which is wrong.
Crimes. So I guess that's a conversation for the lawyers.
Exactly.
Anyway, so back to the football crime. So the football crime says that RTU used unqualified players.
Right.
The result got taken from them. Points were taken off them. They were given a fine. Their officials got banned. So on the football side, 3 punishments. So I think that according to the law, Chris, is that not enough? I think that's what the law says.
That's why I just took you through the process that would normally precede a football game. Nobody can tell me that Dreams FC did not deserve to be punished.
So you believe
no more.
that Dreams should have also been punished?
There was proper connivance before that game.
You can't prove that.
I'm proving it to you. The Dreams FC captain, was he blind? The Dreams FC official, could they not see
that
when they were looking at the biometric or the registration card of these players, did they not see that Nathan and Christopher Nimley don't resemble each other? This is the sort of league that at the end of the day, but some few months later, I hear that my government takes 18 million Ghana cedi of my money, your money, our money, and give to people who believe they are what? Untouchable. They are autonomous. They are a sovereign state within their own jurisdiction.
Anyway,
who works like that?
Let's backtrack a few minutes. I just want to find out.
I'm addressing why Ghana football is 20 years behind the following country.
I agree with you.
Now go deep.
I agree that there are challenges with the league. I just want to find out. So in this case, this Dreams and RTU matter. So the law lays out the punishment for the offending team. So in this case, RTU were the offending team.
I'm saying that in this case, RT alone couldn't have been the offending team.
Okay, but if I agree with the principle of what you're saying, but the
Look,
law has
if
not
this
made a provision
this
for
will
that.
not. This will never happen elsewhere.
No problem.
But if this has happened elsewhere, if you look at the proceedings that leads to a football game,
Fair point. That is true.
the game shouldn't have even kicked off.
When they realize that, fair
But
point.
for the complaint of the player whose name
was mentioned.
will not be where we are today. Agreed?
Agreed.
So everybody that sat on the bench of Dreams FC that day, in my view, was culpable.
But Chris, they showed up. I mean, I'm coming. Relax. If you're looking at it from the point of the law, they showed up. They did what they had to do. They were the correct players, and then they did what they had to do.
No, they didn't do their work well.
I'm coming.
They condoned or they supported that in
I agree with you on the ethics of it.
Yes.
But unfortunately, the law doesn't have this. You get it? The law, as
And
it
I'm
is
saying
written,
that if you
doesn't
want
have the
corporate
space for
Ghana,
ethics.
if you want corporate Ghana to support you, these are the issues you deal with holistically.
Fair point.
You deal with this and
Fair
deal
point.
with this properly. But we sat in the country when in the matter involving Inter-Allied and Ashcode. That is on record to have said that all of you calling me, you remember? When he made the statement at Congress, he said, those of you who calling me for the match fixing, stop calling me. I know you. If it is elsewhere, he will provide those. He will bring all those people to aid the investigation. True or false?
Okay, but nobody.
Well. Then when I wake up, you put 18 million Ghana cedis when people don't have water to drink in this country. By principle, I'm not against the government invest. I just sat here. Now, without the government of Ghana, we cannot fix football in this country or our sports in the country.
Yeah, true.
But you don't just give money out like the way it was given out. Today, as we speak, has that 18 million Ghana cedi improved any aspect of our football? No. 1 point. Point number 2. Nathan, we saw Morocco midfielder Amijigbe, small boy. Buedi Joe.
Are you Buadi?
No more. How old is that young man?
Are you Buadi is what? 18?
18, 17 to 18. You see proper youth development. I sit here today and I virtually cry because we used to do things right. Go back and improve upon the systems that brought us the likes of John Pencil. The system that brought us the likes of Stephen Appiah, Laie Kingston, Michael Essien, Abedi Ayopele, and all those wonderful legends, Asamaja and co. Go back to that system. Why do I say that? Under the current regime, our juvenile football is dead.
How so?
We don't even qualify for the under-17 any longer. We are not guaranteed that the future of the Black Stars is not guaranteed. And then you go out there gallivanting all over the world looking for Ghanaian players who are playing outside. I'm not saying they're not Ghanaians. The day Raymond dealt with that matter, I say, Inyemi Raymond, you're about job. You cannot manage what you are doing here in Ghana.
Chris, so
you are gallivanting doing what?
You are talking
Let
about...
me give you a perfect example.
You're talking about a certain system that gave us all those players.
The boo.
What has changed now? What are we doing now?
This is what has changed. We sit here today, and when it comes to scouting for players in our national team, especially the juvenile national teams, we don't go to the coast teams. I do coast football. I still do coast football. A week today, my goalkeeper was here, right? Go and ask him where I took him from. Okay? Are we doing that any longer? I had countless meetings with the late Coach Samadi in his home, in his sitting room. His wife will cook, I will eat, because I wanted to learn. I had countless meetings with the late Cecil Jose Atukwefio. God bless me to the extent that I could interact with Uncle Ben Kofi the late. When you listen to these great men of football speak, they were ready to go to Bungulugu Joe Tumu. Every corner in this country, they were ready to go.
And we are not doing that.
They didn't have football teams. When Ben Kofi was the FA president, he didn't have a football team, did he? He didn't restricted our national team to his football team players or to players belonging to members on the ESCO. He didn't do that. He gave every Ghanaian child the opportunity to be part of the national. But when it comes to the national team, it's about being the best.
True.
That is the apex of our game. You select only the best players for the Black Stars and for the national teams. About a week and a half ago, go to Medina. About 700 players just there. Some of them after 3-4 minutes, Cabadon, you are. What sort of scouting is this? Who does that? So you use Karim Zito, one of the established coaches in this country, put him in a position that makes sure he develops our youth. You use Karim Zito, you win the under-20 AFCON some few years back. No more than Karim Zito team.
That team is.
You can only speak about Fatau.
Fatau Isahaku made it out of it. Ray, was Danlad not in that team? Was Danlad in that team? I have to check the record.
Danlad was.
I think he was their goalkeeper.
Danlad must have been their goalkeeper. Yeah.
Okay? You only Fatau Dauda. And you know the most amazing thing about it, Ray? We are going to the World Cup. Common football knowledge will tell you that if there's any player from that team who is regularly active as we speak in selecting players into your senior national team, those are the players you should call them because they have teammates. Come on, they have a teammate, under 17, under 20, immediate teammate, and there's my teammate. The current Black Stars. Look at the Black Stars. How many of them play together at juvenile level?
Well, if I go through the squad, if I go through the squad from that under 20 AFCON,
that's
2021.
Right. That's right.
William Esu, who was a goalkeeper, Philemon Bafor,
yes.
Benjamin Aloma, Nathaniel Eje, at the time was playing for Dambot,
yes.
Frank Asinki, Emmanuel Essiem, Matthew Enim Kujo,
that's right.
Samson Ejapon, Precious Boa,
that's right.
Daniel Efriye played in that game.
Right.
Mohamed Suleimana, David Kujo, Patrick Mensah, Ivan Anochi Mensah, McCarthy Ofori.
Yes.
I remember him. Apia Kubi, Eric Apia, Abdul Zakaria,
that's
Samuel Agbenyega, Prince Kwabna Edu,
that's right.
who now plays for the Black Stars
That's right.
and went to the World Cup.
That's right.
Ibrahim Danlad, Abdul Fattah Isahaku, Samuel Abe Ashikwe, Samuel Abe Ashikwe, Abe Ashikwe, Frank Boateng, Emmanuel Ajimendia, Uzair Alassane, Joselfo Barnes, David Aqua, Nana Kobna Oso, and James Ampofo.
Okay.
So all of them, Nathaniel Eje,
you see. So
Daniel Efriye,
that is why
Prince Kwabna
a
Edu,
player like Nathaniel Eje,
and Abdul Fattah Isahaku.
a player like Nathaniel Eje, who is playing actively over 28 league games in the French league. Nathan, you do French football.
Yeah, French
Agree.
league. Yes.
Yeah.
When you are going to the World Cup, if I am the head coach or if I'm he's an automatic pick into the national team.
Yeah.
Because you need to ensure proper progression and transition. Is that what we see today? Where did Michael Essien start from?
U17.
That U17 took us to the semi-finals in New Zealand, right?
U17 New Zealand semi-finals. It was he, Ishmelado,
That's right.
Dombo.
3-4 years, they were playing together in the U20 in Argentina final, right?
Some of them.
Yes.
Some of them made it.
Then, together with their brothers at the U20, 5 years later, they are qualified Ghana to the World Cup. Agreed?
Yeah.
From the under-20 that won the World Cup. There was Andre, there was Hajiman Bedu, there was Samalinkum, there was Jonathan Mensah, there was is it Opokwajima? That is one player whose injury has damaged that I've always been sad about. Ransford Hussein Munadiade. Where are those boys? They are no more. But why have you moved away from that way of doing? That brought us success. Raymond, if I'm lying, tell me what I'm saying is not true. That was what brought us success and sustained dominance. It got to the stage that anytime the Black Star shows up for the AFCON, we know our semi-finals there is guaranteed. We'll get there. We'll get there. We played 2 finals. Both finals, I believe, but for luck, we should have won. Look at how painful the 2015 one was. We had our destiny in our own hands, but luck deserted us. So be it. But you don't move away from something that brings you success. You rather try and improve upon it. So when the thing was done at Medina, I just went there with one of my hoodies. I have a lot of these hoodies. I just put my hoodies here, put on my dark with an extra nose mask, deserted myself. Because when you go to where they are, they will send their people to come and attack you. Agreed? And then talking to one, and then I got to know that the next under 17 team is already settled. They were looking for what? A right back. You assemble over 500 to 700 players for right back. Who does that? What you should do, if you are thinking right and you are thinking ahead of yourself, you should have planned the juvenile league such that by this time the league will be in progress. So that it gives the coaches the opportunity to go and be watching all the league matches, at least course and second division. That is where you pick the under 17 players.
Okay, but
so that you scout throughout the country, go out there, take 4 right backs, and get them to come to the national camp and come and compete and pick the best 2. Because I believe at that level you need at least 2 players per every position.
So what's the state of the current league or the current coach league?
Oh, we are on
so it's on recess. So the season has ended. We are waiting for a new season to start.
That's it.
Okay.
You understand? You don't plan like that. You have to do things in a way that will not make you struggle.
So you're saying that we are picking we are trying to pick an under 17 team, or try to pick right backs when the league is out of session. So the timing of the league in your estimation is wrong.
But if you are on top of your job, would you how many under 17 coaches have we appointed? Immortal, how many have we appointed? Close to 8, 9 in less than 7 years under these people.
We've changed the fair number of
boy. Close to 8, 9.
Let me.
It's between 7, 8, or 9 under 17. Today I speak so highly for who? France. De La Fontaine. No more emergency. Where did he start from?
U19?
U19. Look at how long he stayed there. Today, where is he?
This is Sporty FM.
He's yet to lose a game with Spain at any tournament. The only game he lost was the game against Portugal in the Nations League final. That one was on penalty. So in record book, you don't count that as a lose. Agreed? Why have you done things the way you are doing it? Then after all these haphazard way of doing things, you seek a third term. Paddy, Jehovah Zebaoth, New York way, will make sure that thing will never come to pass. Because some of us, the Ghanaianness in us will not allow you to mismanage our football in this manner and still seek to go again. When the constitution that brought you to office said you can do 2 terms, you go and connive and form a committee of yourself. No more form committee here. Who are those members on the committee? Who sat on the members on that
but the members of the FA.
Who put them together? It's the same system. Are they not to benefit from what they have done? Of course. They seek to benefit from what they have done. Such committees should never have been set up without the impact of the sports ministry. Because when you talk, you say you are autonomous. If the government of Ghana wakes up today and say, don't play your football in any of our stadium, will you play football in this country? So you cannot be autonomous. You cannot. Were you not the one who told me the story about England when the prime minister at the time, this I've forgotten it, when she said, okay, you say you're autonomous, right? Okay, let's see where your autonomous lie. Or your autonomy. Okay, you understand?
Yeah.
Why do you do that? Then you go and sit on national television. When you talk, they say if you say that they influence the Black Star selection, they will take you to court. I'm not the one who made that statement. Thankfully, I'm sitting here in the studios of Sporty FM, a studio led by Gary Al Smith. He did that interview. Mimali.
Yeah.
Oh, do me to my son. No, otase me. When you were asked boldly, otase me, oh, do me to my son. You know song. You know what song is, right? Come on, man. Talk about being on this song.
Relax.
Shrimps.
How is that? I'm coming. How is that?
Coach,
Can you play that video that Gary has made interview of Keto?
I don't have it here, but I do remember.
Yes.
You know.
It drive me to my son. It can no coach worth his salt will select players into a national team without him influencing it. He said even when he's incapacitated, he's unable to be there, he will choose Raymond. I'm using Raymond as an example. I beg you, don't go and say I said you choose Raymond. He will choose Raymond for Raymond to go and champion his ambition. Are you a coach? Have you coached before? Ball then to trouble let go down. The time has come for footballers, I believe, the likes of Anthony Bafo and co. The time has come for them to lead football in this country. Because as we speak, everything is disjointed. No more. Everything is not right. We were qualifying for under 17 with cheeky ease. We were qualifying for under 20 with cheeky ease.
I'm trying to find. I'm trying to find Ket's quote. The exact quote.
Oh no more. I'm on about Kakashi. At your former office,
yes.
I had an interesting day with my brother, my father Bloby Prosperado.
Yes,
you remember?
I remember.
When we played the audio to him.
I remember that.
You understand? We played the audio. Okay, this is what your boss had said. And I had met Prosper on, I think, 3 different occasions. Different places. Go back and listen to that audio and tell your boss to retract.
I've read.
Has he retracted it?
No, I haven't. What?
Didn't Sika cannot tell the whole country that team sheet and they call pen paper and they floor me?
What?
Am I the one making those allegations? Those were your words.
Yes. So you're asking if Mr. Kesu Kweku ever retracted?
Yes, never retracted.
What we have is a denial. So let me read the story.
No, but play the audio. Don't read what.
I'm trying to find.
Then don't. I can say that between you and myself,
I remember
we had a program.
Yeah, that's true.
That with together with the general secretary.
Yes, I remember he was there.
When he doubted us, we played the audio.
Yes,
to him.
I remember.
So
I wish I could find the.
Don't read his denial. You only read his denial if you can give viewers the audio. Yaje Gary has made interview with Keto Kreku something.
No. I'm trying to find.
Play it.
I'm trying to find.
Of the game today, when you go to my X page. Have you seen my tweet on my own brother Henry Asante?
Yeah.
Yes, I did it. I intend because I had several programs with. He will invite me to his shows. When I will stop whatever I'm doing. When I go to his show, me one city transportation for army. Because at the time I knew that Henry and myself we were championing the interest of Ghana. When a museum where are the pictures of Otofista and Abedi Ayupili? Give it to your boss. Let him go and open the museum. Let him go and establish something that will go and learn from Ghana football. You bring in Semenyo and Co. You don't baptize them with the fabric of our game, so they don't understand where they are. Why all those brilliant ideas? Henry, may I ask you? I'll not come here and defame you. I will speak the truth. That's why every program I go to, I pray before I start. Because when I lie, God will never forgive me. No more. Look at all of this. I stand to be corrected. No more CAF and FIFA annually. How much money do they make?
CAF and FIFA.
How much money do they give all the associations?
They give good money.
No more $2.5 million. Raymond, I challenge this administration to show me 2 legacy tangible projects. 2. If they can do it, I will champion Keto Kreku 3rd term of office. I'm a catcher. 2.5 million cedis annually.
$2.5 million
dollars annually, accumulated over 4 years.
That's $10
million. Can they? No, I hope my honorable minister is listening to me this morning.
But in terms of
honorable Kofi Idi Adams.
In terms of projects, I know Ray. Is there not one up north?
Eta.
Yeah, that's the one I.
That one's how viable is it today? How accessible is it?
There's the one at Wonkongo, I think it is.
That is how accessible is it?
There was a borehole project somewhere.
A borehole.
No.
A launch poly tank.
But he can't launch
No,
polytanks.
but poly tank. I have phone. No, don't. You can't even develop proper playing pitches. Jesus Christ.
No, but crazy. But development of pitches, whose job is it? Is it not more of a state function?
You see, if everything is supposed to be done by the state, by the state.
I agree with you that the FA
can develop. When you get the money, what do you use the money for?
I agree with you that the FA can develop its own pitch. Of course, national stadium.
Those of you who went to Morocco recently for that, they say every corner you pass.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I saw
playing pitch.
I saw a lot of that.
Okay, so the government will target the main project. The government will come down, but as an FA,
you should have your own little project. Of course, that makes sense.
Go to Senegal, go to Cote d'Ivoire, go to South Africa, go to Morocco, go to Egypt. That is what they are doing there. Especially now that when you come to Ghana, where are all the places we used to play football in Ghana those days? Where are they? They've sold it to estate developers.
That's where I think the state also got it wrong. So I agree with you that whilst those surfaces are gone, you believe the FA could have had others.
Exactly.
Okay, so that's the point you are making.
Exactly. Okay. We sat in this country when I was the first person to condemn the construction of AstroTurf. I said, don't do it. You don't develop the player on an AstroTurf. They may argue that it was a political stand by the then government. But as an FA, just as you can go and sit with them and put a budget that gives you over millions of dollars, you should argue that no, we are the actual protagonists. We are the technocrat in the area. This will not help the development of the Ghanaian player. And when you walk with Dre, we can't take care of Dre. What is grass? Grass is Dre. I lie. Raymond, tell talk grass you're going to Dre. If I take goat, if I take goat, I'm actually saying, what do you need to take care of grass?
Water,
Ghana.
Sunlight.
Proper fertilizer and then to boost,
water,
and then
sunlight.
we
and
talk
then
about
care. You need some people to take care of it.
We talk about unemployment in this country. We cannot do this. We cannot do this. You go and put concrete and go and put quota and go and put, and then when the players are running, their knees are giving way. You sat there for this thing to be done. I remember I was on a program with one of those who championed that. I told him boldly, you are a doctor. I will not mention his name. I'm not a doctor. But when it comes to football, on how to develop players, I know more than you know. So listen to me. I will listen to you when we get into your area of specialty. Tell your people to stop constructing the AstroTurf. Stop them. Tell them it's not worth it. If you cannot take care of simple green grass, you don't deserve to be where you are. Can the FA single out one grass pitch? You know what? If you go through my X page, those were the views of Henry Asante at the time. That they should show us one proper pitch in this country. I'm telling him this morning, go to your boss, Keto Kreku, tell him that $2.5 million of FIFA and CAF money every year, 10 million, 4 years. They should show me one quality grass pitch that they've constructed in town. GFA constructed pitch, free for all. Just get somebody to manage it. They should tell me, or they should show it to the people of this country. You've been seen that. We've used football to enrich ourselves like this. How do you run football like that? This is Keto Kreku Manifesto, isn't it? Time will not allow us to read through this. But I thank God that I've been vindicated. I thank God. You see, Ona, if you, Raymond.
Yes, sir.
Anybody listening to me this morning, I have a simple advice to them. As for Nathan, you are more like my junior brother. We speak, we talk a lot.
Yep.
Sporty FM.
Look, if you want to make it in life, when you wake up every morning, thank God for life. And commit everything that you want to do into his hands. You see me, I don't write resolutions. You see, I feel about banana. Then you see people, they say, write what you intend. I don't do those things. You know why I don't do them?
Why?
My only resolution, Lord Jesus, but for you, I will not see the commencement of a new year. Once you have led me to see the commencement of a new year, it means you've got a purpose for me. My Lord, my Savior, let your will concerning my life be done. Reveal to me on daily basis what I need to do to glorify your name and to my benefit as your son. I'm done with my resolution. I'm done. And because I trust him so much that anytime I wake up, he tells me, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this. For those people, I'm not saying I'm against it. If that is your way, stick to it. But I tell you something. Majority of them, when they put on paper, they don't even fulfill 50% of it. What we don't put on paper at the end of the year, when we are evaluating and grading by his grace, we tend to achieve close to 80 to 90% of what he has led us to do. No, we have what he has led us to do. Only Menshi, at the end of the day, we want to save Ghana football. At the end of the day, we want to do Ghana football in a better way. Nathan, how can we do Ghana football in a better way? That is the multi-million-dollar question.
Yep, that's the thing.
Look, we cannot be going and coming just like the way we've been going and coming. The youth of this country, one day, maybe when you and I, Raymond, we are dead and gone, they'll be fed up. And the day they decide to stand up against the authority, maybe what we experience will not be there. I'm concerned about my 3 beautiful daughters.
Yeah.
I'm concerned about them, their future. They are the reason for which I live, and my beautiful wife, right? We all live for our family, and we live for Mother Ghana. Now, how do we save Ghana football? For this one, I am pleading with His Excellency, John Dramani Mahama. No, he's got a big role to play.
Yeah.
Papa.
Yeah.
Look, don't leave it to them alone.
No.
That cannot be the case.
No successful country in football has achieved that success without government involvement.
When you talk,
none. Like Ray, never.
And what makes our people think that when government comes, FIFA will ban? That is one of the blatant lies that have been told over the years.
Chris, you've mentioned this. You see, the bit about the government interference bit. Now, for context, FIFA brought it because they didn't like the fact that back in the day, and this was very common in Africa, where governments would handpick, for example, who became the FA boss, right? And then when things were not going well, government would get up and dissolve. In FIFA's mind, they felt that it was disrupting the flow.
But do you know there are still countries in the world who are doing that?
They do it.
So we can also do that.
Now to go around that, but you see,
there are still countries in the world that are doing what FIFA said. Is FIFA not working with this country? It's not where they even get their most money from.
Now, in light of all of that, and Chris, you worked with the Jamepe Commission. If you read the Jamepe Commission white paper, now this is public education. The commission states that because FIFA itself recognizes the very unique situation in places like Africa, they introduced what is called the Standard Cooperation Agreement. Now, what is the Standard Cooperation Agreement? It's a simple document that says that football people, you are free to run your football, but allow government a level of involvement so that things can work. Now, in FIFA's mind, they recognize that in places like Africa, globally actually, governments are the biggest spenders. All the money is with government.
Yes.
So you cannot say you want to develop football and not involve government. So the hack around this, we don't want government and government interference, is FIFA introduced the Standard Cooperation Agreement.
Yes.
As far back as 2014, and you can find the commission's document. It's there.
I have a report in my home. I should have brought that one, Kra.
The document stated that Ghana as a country, we had not signed that agreement yet. I don't think we have.
I think we have.
Have we signed?
We have not signed.
I don't think we've signed.
When Giacomo, those people, they are aware. So Honorable Kofi Iti Adams, inbox Jibo, no more go and look for that document and append your signature to
that
it.
Document, they can
compel
get
them
from,
to sign.
That document, they can get it from FIFA. I have tried independently.
Yes.
To get copies. Copies are not available online, but
because
they'll tell you that
where you are.
They'll tell you that It's a FIFA document.
Exactly.
So I think it exists between FIFA and member associations.
Exactly.
Now, the document allows government to also support and get involved. Why? Because government has all the money.
So I'm imagining what was the level of convincing that Ketu Kreku put forward to His Excellency for him to have sanctioned 18 million Ghana cedis to them. They don't want you to get involved. They don't want you to be a key decision maker. But when they need money, they run to you. This time around, not for our Black Stars or for any of our national team, but to run the product that solely belongs to them. Raymond, would you have done that?
Anyway, Chris, just to confirm my suspicion.
That's right.
There's a story published by GBC Ghana Online.
That's right.
.com/sports. Michael Asaibradu is in the building. Hello, Michael. So, Ghana not signatory to FIFA Standard Cooperation Agreement. Now Odofole reveals.
Look at that.
March 10, 2022.
Let them just a lawyer. What advice is she giving? She works for the FA.
Relax. Now it says a private legal practitioner and a member of the normalization committee.
Who is now the lawyer of the Ghana Football Association?
Is she a lawyer of the GFA?
Oh, she is.
Okay. So she was speaking on saving our passion on March 10, 2020.
Look at that, saving our passion. What is our
There
passion?
was a program. It was a program. It's football.
Football.
Now she said that quote. She said, okay, she noted that FIFA knew there were some underlying problems concerning the government's involvement in the running of the national teams. Thus, the promulgation of the FIFA SCA in the first place to iron out the problem.
That's right.
But unfortunately, okay, the quote says fortunately, I can, but let me read the quote as I see
You
it.
read the quote.
Quote, but fortunately, Ghana has not signed to make the FIFA SCA a workable document for the Football Association, end quote. Now, the normalization committee member explained that the object of the agreement was to define the remit and duties of the Football Association of a country and the government responsible for sports, i.e. a ministry, department, council, etc., and other bodies involved in the governance of football. Quote,
yes.
It was also to determine, clarify, and harmonize each party's brief in seeking to ensure better cooperation and the partnership necessary for good governance and the optimum development of football within the bounds of the statutes, regulations, and principles of FIFA, end quote. The FIFA SCA she disclosed consists of various chapters dealing with the issues concerning the division of competencies between the different parties, particularly with regard to the organization of sports, technical direction, administration, and the financing of football.
Now, Goody.
End quote. So
why are they running away from signing this document? Why are they? When I say they, I'm referring to the Ghana Football Association. Why are they not drawing the attention of the government of Ghana, since that they should go and append their signature to this document? I thank God I'm here today. Honorable Kofi Idi Adams, no more unbelievable. I know you will do the job. You can do this job. Go ahead and do the job for me. And do the job for the people of this country. You see that the Jamaica Commission, even by extension, went to say that when it comes to our national team, we should have a national team management board.
yes, so one entity.
That is where the FA will have only one or two reps on the board, but that board will be predominantly dominated by the government of Ghana appointee. Because the national team is ours. I sit here today, I don't know why, when we go and play friendly games, Japan, Korea, Austria, Germany, Mexico, the Jamaican Commission did say that nobody takes any of our national team for a friendly game without revealing the details. When I say detail, I'm referring to the financial details of the document. Why haven't the FA accounted for all those friendly games? No more, I put on record. We made money. We made proper money from all those games. In Meshkayo. Where is the money? I remember during the days of Akwesi Nyantakyi, the journalists in this country will shout on top of their voice, challenging and demanding that we need accountability. Hey, some of you have been taken to America, have been taken to Germany. Free kind of thing in your bar. No war. And Kaho. It should end there. Hey, now where is the Ghanaianness in you? Why are you all not speaking with one voice? Swag! The leadership of swag. You cannot do this for Ghana. You cannot do this. What is your relevance? You know, when I was in primary school, I used to read this man. Is it Joe Agri? Those days, mani wa graphic me. I think he later became a minister under President Kufuor, right? They were pushing people. Sanidara. He criticized Alhaji Jaula. He went to his mother and told his mother that, look, please tell your son to leave me alone.
That one I do.
I'm telling you, that was what happened. It's on record.
I don't know which record.
No, but who was more, who criticized Dan Keto Kreko? As a journalist, after this term of these people, no journalist would root Ghana football in this country. I'm telling you honestly. Me personally, I will stand against it with the last blood in my body. Because these people have demonstrated gross incompetence when it comes to managing football in this country. Under the reign of a journalist-led FE, are you proud? Raymond, are you proud of our football?
No.
Michael, come. They are your people. Are you proud?
How they?
In Leheni Jemba, but let me go you can challenge in Leheni Jemba.
Okay, Sani Baba.
Are you proud?
Okay, Sani Baba.
No, can you just tell me one thing that you are proud of? Yanko Dan Soria, you want a third term. Hey, when we were in class, we found what is school down. I remember when I was in primary school, all of us, when we do the work and we make mistakes, what were we asked to do?
Correction.
Why do we correct ourselves? So that when a similar, not necessarily the same, but when a similar situation presents itself, we'll be better placed to do the correct thing. Agreed?
Agree.
This is an FA who has done the same thing over and over for the past 7 years. You saw the tweet of the president, right? Nobody gave the team the chance to step out of the group. So if we step out of the group,
We've achieved.
Jesus Christ.
We've achieved.
Jesus Christ. Look at the level of mediocrity. Nathan, look at the level. Who will set target for himself? And when there's an opportunity to outperform your target, you just throw your hands that I've met my target. Is your target the ultimate? The target we set, was it the ultimate? It was never the ultimate. So you don't come back to the people of this country with such a tweet on your page. That young boy who reads that, what are you telling the young boy? You are telling the young boy that if his aim is to complete GHS, if he sets a target to complete GHS, after GHS he should accept that he has completed school. When there's SHS and the university, first degree, master's degree, that one is your personal choice. How can you be thinking like this? You call this a leader? What is he leading? Who is he leading? No, not a leader.
But coach, let me ask you this. So they say, despite the struggles of our national team, the male national teams, the female national teams have been thriving. You know, qualifying for major international competitions, playing at AFCONs. You know, the ladies delivered the bronze medal at the last AFCON they went to and all. So on the women's front, they seem to be chalking a lot of success.
These successes are not successes we've never seen before. True or false?
True.
So they should not be blowing their trumpet overboard. I credit them. But it's not something that I have not experienced before. In life, if you've not done something, if you do something that we've never done before, that is where you overblow. Agreed?
Agree.
The Black Queen did so well by winning bronze. But I've seen them win silver before.
Yeah.
So I congratulate them. But I don't tout that. By even touting that as a major achievement tells me you have failed. Why are they not talking about they're leading our national under 17 female team to be banned for close to 6 years? Why are they not pointing that out? Because that reveals how incompetent they are. But look, you led our national under 17 team to be banned for close to 6 years. Do you know the damage it would have caused to the players at that level? Yanko, Black Queens are winning bronze. What should the Nigerian Super Eagles say? What is the name of their name? Super what?
Who?
Falcons, yes.
The Super Falcons.
The Super Eagles is the male, eh?
Yeah.
What should they have won the thing back to back. How many times? 8 or 12? You haven't won one yet. You won bronze medal, you are shouting. Jesus Christ. You was about Jemo Padine in Ghana ya. When his term of office is due next year, he should gracefully. Look, this is my humble advice to him. No more Pabufai. In Pabufai no kwa fable. No more translate mommy. No Pabufai no kwa fable. Yes.
So you're saying that you pray nothing happens to him.
Yes. But I'm pleading with him that after 8 years, if you couldn't do it in 8 years, no miracle will get you to do it with an extra 4 years. And see,
Okay.
Forget it. It will not happen. This is where I'm calling on the President of the Republic of Ghana. It's just a simple phone call. My friend, you were brought into office by a constitution that says you can go for only 2 terms. It's up. Give way for the next person to come and serve Ghana. Simple. A simple call from the Jubilee House will tell him to. If he refuses, then you enter. Oh no more. I trust the NDC government. When it can, they'll enter no one time, and they'll change the atmosphere and change the aroma, induce it with proper alkaloids.
Proper what?
Alkaloids.
That's right.
The sweet scented aroma of a proper organic compound. Alkaloid. There's this. About checking aroma of your jame. Not jame. I'm a brainwashing. Oh no, Minji. For how long are we going to continue like this? There's this document on my laptop. No more. I will forward the document to you. Okay. It's a detailed document. I have read it. You remember we're on a certain platform when somebody called and referenced the document. The guy sent the document to me.
Okay.
I must come and take my laptop and connect me to the internet and then send it to them. Let them read it later. We'll talk about it. I'll come here again. Give it to Michael too. He's a brilliant young man with a lot of intellectual and practical excellence. She KVK will be an Ukwali and open banner.
Okay, I'm a Ukwali. No one get
Ukwali no more.
I'm a boat.
I'm a bullet owner. Hey, that's not a car and Ukwali. I'm a boat. You know, come and take this.
Michael, do you understand what he's saying?
No, coach say.
So.
The guy is laughing at you. You know, you have told you, pay me small, let me teach you guys. I don't want to learn. But look, let me say this. There were times I went to Kumasi and Michael and his people, they gave me wonderful treatment. Charlie, everywhere I wanted to go, he would put me in his car, he would drive me. Oh, they took good care of me. I saw that one dear, Mankan and Leboa. They are good guys. Now you are permanently in Accra?
No.
Yeah, you have to go because very soon I'll be coming there. You need to take me around. Oh, Charlie. The food.
But Michael, he was saying that. What did you say?
In care. He's a brilliant young man.
He's saying that when you tell the people the truth, they don't listen.
Oh. He's a brilliant young man. So such people should be given the opportunity to see, in life. Let me tell you one thing. For me, good. That's fantastic. I'm connected to the internet of Sporty FM. No more man send document. Nyakania. Mufam akani. Nibi PM. I'm opening my Gmail. Okay, good. But also take. go to compose, go to my downloads, you see the first thing there, that is the document. So like I'm saying, Nathan, so many things needs to change.
Okay.
And it needs to start from the government of Ghana. First and foremost, I work for the Jemefe Commission.
Okay.
Raymond.
Yeah.
We had sleepless night. I'm talking about 2014. I remember my boss, one of the persons who have tutored me. Anytime I go on radio, when I go astray, he will pick a phone, he will call me that, my son, no, this one was overboard. I'll quickly apologize to him. I'm referring to lawyer Moses Fuamweni.
Oh, okay.
Moses Fuamweni was the one who recommended me to the commission at the time, in 2014. So I got a chance to be part of a technical team that included the late Uncle Ben Kofi. God will bless generations after generations of that man. Wherever his children and grandchildren are, I seek blessings from Jehovah to them this morning. I got the opportunity to work with my role model when it comes to coaching in Ghana, Coach Samadi, the late. Have you sent it?
Yeah, I'll send it to them.
Okay, beautiful. Coach Samadi, the late. As for Coach Samadi, he taught me how to think through football. It wasn't by chance. When after winning the under-17 in 1995, he got the opportunity to lecture on the multi-system. A Ghanaian given the opportunity to speak to the likes of Fabio Capello at the time, Sir Alex Ferguson at the time.
Hopefully he told them he used old men.
You understand? Actually, they're using old men, it doesn't matter. It was the brand of football that he spoke about. You understand? So he was part of the committee. Then Masawu Didi Dramani. And of course, the current technical director of the FA,
Professor Minta.
Professor Minta.
Yeah. Professor
then-
Joseph Minta.
My boss, Nyamiba Francis Oti Akenten.
That was a solid team.
I was the secretary to that committee. Sabitaf onage himeso. Ni jo blanu.
Yeah.
No ka attaching ka fe be negen mani negen manga. When I go home, I'll sit by my laptop and type. Then everything I've written, I will bring back and show to Uncle Ben Kofi and the whole team. Hey, Uncle Ben Kofi, we are being rough. On my dear rough, me umbita. He will go through the things I've written, and you say, hey, maybe a trouble for power, but this time we are speaking football, so there's the football language that you need to include. The document is not meant for anybody at all. It's meant for the technocrat. When the lawyers put together their documentation, they are the ones who interpret.
When lawyers can understand what
When the
lawyers
doctors write that,
when they write, it's only medical people.
That's
who can
right.
understand.
So
when
we do have our
when
language.
coaches write you need to write it in your language.
Look, he will change everything. And I myself, after changing, when I read through, I said, damn, man, I'm learning, right? Look, we had sleepless nights. I used to work at the Ghana Christian International School at the time. You know where that school is? It's at Sota. When the letter to invite me onto the committee came, I showed it to my boss. So by 2 o'clock, they allow me to leave. Look at where the school is, Sota. You know Sota, on the Afienia Road. I will get myself into a trotro. By the time I get to the FA, it's around 4:35. By the time I get there, the big men will be waiting for me because they needed me to come and be doing the writing. When we are done, no more, about 10. There was a day we closed at 1:30. Uncle Ben Kofi took me home. He stayed at Dansoma. Look at the antagonistic trajectory. Opposite trajectory. He will go and sleep. When he dropped me, he said, Meba, then I'll tell him, Grandpa, please, I will not sleep until you tell me you have gotten home. Yeah. So when he gets home, he will call, Chris, my bed will feel empty. Koda Ochina Ebeko Juma. He speaks fancy a lot.
Yes.
See you, Mate. We did all this work. And one of the things that I have regretted, that continue to burn into my soul, that we have not taken up as a country, was the suggestion that, which the committee accepted, and it's part of the recommendation, that this country, we should establish 3 sports centers. We said that if the government is crying for money, the government should allow at least 5% from the various municipal MMDCs. And we highlighted the AMA, the KMA, and the TMA. We said at the time, they were the ones who make the most money.
The biggest,
We gave ourselves 10 years. That you take 5% of the annual revenue and start building, establishing the 3 centralized football resource centers, academies. That will be linked with education. Imagine me, somebody like me, imagine me not only teaching academics, but teaching these boys the basic fundamental rudiment of football. Technique. When we take them to the field, we all go and take our bath, have breakfast, then we are going to the classroom. I will instill this. Not only, there's so many of my colleagues who would have done that. We have never thought it wise as a country to go closer to that document. Otia Kentin is still alive. Professor Minta is there at the FA. I don't know what he's telling them. Prof, we work tirelessly for that document. Tell the people, Kabo, Kamen, Katokroku, Twewa, Intwewa, Inuni, Nefoda, Kanwale, Akokele, Neplane. Are you telling them? Or have you told them? Only for us to sit here and say he's gone for what? Bernard Lepet. A German who was then stationary in Azerbaijan. Where was he stationary? To come and teach we our identity? Whilst the likes of Otia Kinti and Co., who helped develop Michael Essien, Sule Ali Muntari and Co., is alive. You came in less than 2 months. You sacked Otia Kinti. Are you serious? Do you love Ghana football? The one who has been so integral in our successes. We were the first country to win a medal at the Olympics in football, true or false, from Africa.
92.
We were the first country to win the World Under-20 competition. Until recently, we were the only country to have done that. Raymond, we've seen successes before. Or bronze medal, bronze medal, you can bring your dad. We've seen proper successes.
But listen, isn't it a starting point?
After the starting point, then we go. Ababa say. Those days they had Ababa say. We are not moving forward, we are going back. So to the government of Ghana, go back to that document. And I'm happy. The white paper that was released to support that recommendation was signed by which president?
Was President Mahama.
Aseti, Papa. And one Aseti. Aseti. God has brought you back to office to come and finish the work that you couldn't finish. I mean, that's the way I see some of these things. So, to come and finish the work that you couldn't finish. And one of such work is to bring about a total transformation in our sports, not only football. Because in that document, we didn't only talk about footballers. We spoke about referees. We spoke about, there was a lot.
Yeah. For those who have never read the Jamepe Commission report, you may think it's 12 years old, but find a copy and read. It's an amazing document.
Charlie.
It's a brilliant document.
One city.
It's a very,
at the end of the day,
very good
I don't know, but I would doubt if they were not giving allowance. At least the commissioner, those who sat, at least were giving some allowance. Yes. I stand to be corrected. But those of look, one city. Look at Uncle Benkovi, no 78, 79, 80 plus. One city. We worked for the love of this country. After working and putting together such a documentation, then you go and put it on the shelf. That's in Chile, left, right, center. I put on record. The then FA was against Mecca. mean, when it comes to Ghana matter, I mean, to Sebio, I can say for a fact, the then FA led by Kwesi Nyantakyi at the time, they were against that technical team working for the commission. Because they were of the view that the commission had been set up to come after them. And I remember very well, Uncle Ben Kofi Odini, I said, no time, no, some Ghana. Now, Kwesi, you are not dreamt to become an FA president. When he started doing football, we would do it. We would do it. I mean, those days, I was just a small boy following them. Papa, where are we passing? Then I follow. Papa, where are we passing? Then I follow. Papa, what do you want me to do? Then I do it. Papa, what can I do? Do this, then I do it. That is what I was doing. Total humility, ready to learn. Professor Minta is there. Unfortunately, Uncle Ben Kofi is dead. Coach Samade is no more. But even the handiwork of Ben Kofi alone should inspire people to go to the document and help implement it.
Yeah.
He gave us Michael Essay. Remember the 5-year development plan? Remo, you remember that plan, right?
Yeah.
He gave us the likes of Michael Essay. When he dropped out some of our experienced players in the AFCON Mali 2002.
Mali 2002.
Lots of noise. He stood his ground. Said, this is the way to go. This is the future of Ghana football. Did we not benefit as a country?
Yeah, we did.
So we are calling upon the government of Ghana. You have to get involved. You have to get involved. Don't leave it to them. They are incompetent. They cannot get it done. They've never done. They've got no proven record of success. I'm telling you. They should tell me. No proven record of any success. No. None. If you grade them, you give them 2 or 3 over 10. That is absolute F. Or ungraded. If it's by the Cambridge way, nobody will grade such an exams.
So you are
you ungraded.
So you are saying that the government has to get involved.
But if they don't get involved, they should start spending our money on them the way they spend our money on them. Factual, simplicity. You won't get involved to make sure the right thing are done, but when they come for millions of dollars, then you pump into them. Who does that? Who does that? Tell me, who will you do that?
Nah.
I will not do that. Wherever my money goeth, there should be accountability for it.
Yeah.
You don't want to be the... Why would people not believe that there's connivance between the politician and the football people all the time? What are my name is? Somebody went and do all African games. Look at the money that was blown in this country. Were we not told that people were fed for how many days? 15 days, 12 days, millions of euros. Free. He's working free. Minimally. We were told that get the gain money up to now free. We will live in this country free. So that's kind of shit. There are people who are struggling in this country. You said for the All Africa, the accreditation for those games, Remo, A4 sheet.
A4.
How much money was spent on A4 sheet? Jesus Christ.
Quite a lot of money.
4.5 million on A4 sheet. Any A4 sheet, go to the accessory shop. Go and see how much A4 sheet is sold for. Angma A4 sheet, I laminate like 4.5 million euros. Jesus Christ.
Ray, it was dollars, right?
Give me presidency for just 2 weeks. I'll fix all this nonsense. I'll fix it. Quick. He said he fed people, athletes. At the end of the day, on that same competition, our athletes were sitting at the back of what? Bicycles, pickups, Okadas. Buzanga vibes can it be? Our athletes were sitting up. People that want to go and perform. Taking them to the venue to go and perform.
Yeah, they were the badminton people.
Oh, Charlie.
The badminton people.
Ghana.
They were in the back of the
How
truck.
can you do that?
The cyclists didn't have the rights.
But the least opportunity, the least opportunity they get is an opportunity to exploit this country. Don't do that. Life is not Obagoshi. Look, one of the best presidents in this country, one man who I believe would have been one of the best presidents of the Fourth Republic was the late Professor John Evans Atta Mills. As do fiasem. Don't do this. You couldn't take certain things to him. Because his values, the Christian values, and the love for Ghana in him will not condone such things. Only God knows why he left us this early.
Well,
agreed? So what is wrong with the rest of you? Can't you love Ghana a bit? Look at the money that, look, Chalika Cheska, Nemuso Shami. Look, if the American man give you $100, if you don't take care, he will not give you money again for the next 5 years. I'm telling you. Remo, you have been to America before. Has American man ever dashed you $100 free before?
No.
If you go to the supermarket to even go and buy things in America, if you take $100 to pay, they will begin to suspect you. That $100 note, are you okay? Are your brains okay? They'll begin to ask you. That is why most of the transactions there are done using cards.
The card, yes.
Cards. Because they don't carry cash. But in this country, we can mention the figures. And you,
it's almost like we have no respect.
Jesus Christ.
You know, for some of these amounts of money, we just mention
when
them.
you go to East, they go and they are selling the land. Look at how much
There's
money.
1 million.
I don't
know what $1 million.
Something that you came to meet when you were born was there. Who told you should sell it at that price? You will die and leave it there, and it will remain there because it is God who put it there.
That's true.
So the government of Ghana will have to get involved in our sports.
Okay. Let me ask you a very practical question as we try and close out. When you say the government must get involved, that's a very broad statement.
Yes.
What practical things do you think the government can do? So assuming the government says, okay, now we want to get involved, what can we do to ensure that football is better off than it is currently?
Is it point number one? We should go back to the way it was. Whoever leads football in this country, I believe, should be a government appointee.
So you believe that a person should be a government
Yes.
appointee?
Self-made.
Yes.
What if I'm coming? What if FIFA's current environment doesn't allow us to do so? No, I'm just asking a question.
And I'm saying that will not come in because there are other countries who are doing it. Go to Saudi. Go to Morocco.
It's a government.
It's a government appointee. It's about the way you go about the job. You don't get football people completely neglected. You rope them in.
Michael, Fauzi Legja has a government position. Fauzi
Yes.
Legja he's what? President
of the treasury, but
Yes.
he contested for elections.
He contested the FA election. So he and some people
He was
went.
then serving as a chairman of Bekan. Bekan was his hometown club, so he
So
picked the club
Bekan.
up.
No more
Yep.
So Fauzi Legja.
Fair ground works.
He picked the club up. He brought them to a status of where members, that is the people within the Bekan community, could own it, just like Barcelona,
yes,
Real
yes,
Madrid.
yeah.
So after he had elevated the status of a club, he decided to contest for
Okay,
the
so
presidency.
people
Then he
contested.
resigned from Bekan.
Okay, so
Yep, then he go on the
okay, so
election.
which means people contested.
Yeah,
There were a
exactly.
number of
Yeah,
contestants.
it was according to, you see, coach was explaining the framework for FIFA and then the agreements they established with MAs.
Yes.
So they have the electoral code, which is a standard electoral code, and then the standard cooperation agreement.
That's right.
So the cooperation agreement outlines
Everybody's
the
role,
relationship,
the relationship
that should
between
exist
the
between
government,
the state, and then the MAs.
So which means that this myth, not the myth, which means that when government or when MAs and FIFA talks about government interference, it doesn't necessarily mean that government should never be involved in
No. What FIFA encourages
okay, I want you to
is
explain
a
for-
cooperation.
Yes.
An arrangement.
Yes.
A relationship.
Yes.
A partnership
Yes.
between the member association
And
then
government.
Very because there were collisions between MAs and government in times past. So I remember in October 2007, Jerome Valcke, the then FIFA General Secretary, issued a circular to all MAs. And then they brought out or they sent the document to the respective MAs. It's unfortunate that
I'm coming.
FIFA does not make such documents
It's public,
available
because
to the
I've tried
public.
looking for it.
Yes.
And
No, you won't get it unless you send FIFA an email, and then if they see the need
They will
for,
give you
they
a
will
copy.
give you
Yes,
the
no
document.
problem.
But so they send their circulars across. So the GFA received this, I think it was November or December of 2007. There are three parties that should assent to the document. It involves the the sports authority in the country, the government, which can be represented by the Ministry of Youth and Sports, and then the MFA.
Okay.
What I know for a fact, I think this came up when Nodo Foley made that revelation, is that the only signatory needed is that of the Ministry of Youth and Sport.
Okay. So which means that they need just that signature.
Exactly, from the
And
Ministry of
that's it.
Youth and Sports. And
So
then
the FA signed?
Yeah, the FA signed.
Okay, then Honorable
So
Kofi
it's the
Adams.
FA,
Oh, yeah.
the
No more
NSA,
card no here, though.
and
So
so
that is if he has seen the document.
That is it.
so that is it. No, you see, it's 2007.
But it's
so
still
government
operational.
from 2007
I've
to
been
date.
using it.
I even remember the. Forgive me, I think I've lost my voice.
No,
a bit.
no,
I
no,
have to do
problem.
fire done. So a lot is gone.
Yeah.
So I remember the Jamefe Commission. They even stated, because
Yes.
it was then established that the FA had done their part. So they even stated that we should operationalize
That
and
document.
start executing the dictates of the standard
So which
cooperation
means that
agreement.
so which means we haven't. So as a country,
Yeah.
all the necessary parties haven't fully signed. So we
No.
know that from what you're saying, the FA has signed.
They have. So the last hurdle is for the Ministry
for
of
the
Youth or the state to sign, and then we operationalize it.
Go
So
to
it
the
is
office
there.
of Honorable Kofi Adams.
Okay.
One part of fire sign document.
No problem. Michael, just to stay with you, I just wanted some clarity on this interference business
Okay.
so that people can understand what that means or what it means, right? When FIFA says no government interference, what does it mean? So that we can clearly
Okay.
break the two issues
You have to
apart and say
decipher.
that one, FIFA has not said
Yeah.
government should not get involved in football, but there's a reason, or FIFA talks about something specific. So if you can give us that education, I think it will help everybody.
if you look at the governance policy of FIFA, they mostly see states or government as partners in development.
Very good.
So, for instance, with the World Cup that is ongoing in America, you can see a certain level of state involvement in the running of the competition.
Of course.
It would have never been possible if it was just the FIFA and then the US Soccer Federation. It is the FIFA and government. They partner in such instances. What FIFA does not allow is for governments to directly impact the leadership of member associations. So government does not influence who becomes the FA boss. They can involve themselves in how decisions are taken. And if they need to merge certain state laws with that of the football laws to ensure that there is transparency, accountability purposes, and then people are held accountable or responsible for certain offenses. For instance, in the incident involving RTU and Dreams, where certain officials or players misrepresented and then they presented themselves as players where they weren't. Those are issues that even go beyond just football laws. So FA would deal with them according to football laws. And then if we have established a football tribunal, they would deal with the people according to the laws of Ghana. What does it say?
Yes.
So these are some
So whereas in football, or whereas probably outside football, in the words of Godfrey Dami, bribery only deals with public officials. We can,
if a private person gives to a public official, so the offerer and then the receiver. So in that case, it means that it has not distinguished between two private persons.
Yes. So if there's a bribery case involving two private persons, in Ghana's laws, that is because you get it. The law can't deal with that. But if we had established a football tribunal and there's bribery established in football, we'll take them. It is how come, Michael, correct me if I'm wrong, it is how come things like Calciopoli, that's how it was dealt with in Italy. It didn't become, it was dealt with in football because, so there were two levels of punishment. The football punishment where points were taken from Juventus, in AC Milan and others. People were banned. And then they dealt, and people were relegated. Then they dealt with the criminal part of it. And they said you were influencing match referees, influencing results. So there were charges and punishments in terms of like the general law also got thrown.
And so I remember that in fact I think you see the other day I told you that
you finish and then we get back.
Every document needed to run Ghana football exists. The issue has to do with operationalizing it or executing it. So if you read the Jamefe Commission, their white paper report, pages 136 and 137, it establishes the relationship between the GFA, FIFA, CAF, and then government. And government even accepted that recommendation that the state should not be cowed or distracted by threats of ban from international sporting organizations for exercising its internationally recognized responsibility, which is to ensure public order, ensure that there is public decency and high moral conduct in the use of public funds by officials of domestic sporting associations that are affiliated to these international sporting federations. Then again, government accepted that they will canvass for the re-establishment. Then there was a Supreme Council for Sports in Africa that dealt with most of these cases. Now it is defunct. It is no longer in practice. So if you commit any sports offense, people are allowed to go scot-free.
Yes, because there's no sanctioning body.
Exactly. So government accepted then that they would canvass for the re-establishment of that at the ECOWAS level, at the African Union level. I don't know what has happened in terms of such conversations. Again, there was supposed to be the PIC, the Public Interest Committee. Government accepted that together with the FA, they were going to set it up. Nothing has become of it. So it is the commitment towards...
You see, so which means that Ray.
Now I want Michael to help me.
Okay.
So this cooperation agreement, as far back as when did the FA and the NSA sign it?
No, when it arrived, it was then during the time of lawyer Kwesi Nyantakyi. I think then there was also Wolanyo Agra.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ranyaga must have been in charge of the NSA back
exactly.
then. I think it was.
So which year?
So the FA committed to it, and Mr. Kwesi Nyantakyi, I remember that even when government had wanted to liquidate the GFA in the wake of the number 12, the Anas Aremia documentary Boha, then FA directors Nana Being Neisen, Ni Komete Doku, and one other person, when they submitted their petition to court, they indicated that everything has been signed from the part of the FA. It is actually a legal document. It exists.
And it exists.
Yeah.
Okay.
If anybody wants proof, I'll just provide it to them.
So we are possibly looking at 2017, 2018 thereabouts.
No, that was when the Anas expose came out.
This one
and they made it
before
known that they have such a document.
So if
in terms
all
of
of
exact
that-
dates, we
yeah,
may not
if all
know.
of
But
that-
at least we
I
know
don't know.
when they got the circular.
Yeah.
So if all of that was supposed to happen after the Jamefe the white paper on the Jamefe Committee of Inquiry report, then it means that we had as many as 4 or 5 ministers even before Kofi Adams.
Yeah. No,
Yes.
it is not a Kofi Adams thing.
No.
It's
I'm saying that.
Adams
I'm
failed.
saying that.
Yes. Institutional one.
So Mahama Yaga would have seen
Neil
that.
Ante, Van der Poel,
Mustafa Ahmed.
Milante put the charge him. They were yet 7 months. Pull out him.
Esiama would have possibly
Yeah. And
Mustafa
then-
is
yeah, exactly.
Misrim Square.
or maybe all of them didn't see that document.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so right now,
maybe nobody has
Has
worked
drawn
with
their
that document.
attention or
so
something.
now
at the ministry
what
level.
must happen? What must happen is that the sports ministry as an entity
Oh, have to.
Must take it up.
the sports ministry will have to tell all of us whether or not
They have
it
seen it.
knows of the FIFA Standard Cooperation Agreement. If yes, have you signed?
Yeah.
If
Exactly.
no,
Why?
Why not? The
Will
other
you
thing we
sign?
can confirm is, can you confirm if the FA has signed its
yes.
part?
Exactly.
Then we can know how to proceed.
Because no more, we have
Because-
to move forward. Though.
Because we need all these arms to come together.
and
Football
work in the interest of
football
Ghana.
cannot be done alone.
No,
by
no,
the FA.
No.
And
the
the
ministry alone cannot do
Yes.
football.
And the most
NSA alone
important
cannot do
thing
football.
is for Ministry of Youth and Sports to also start working on instituting the PIC.
The public interest
Interest
Committee.
Yes.
All these things exist. I keep saying this. It is not like we don't have documents for our football. The document that coach has shared with us, maybe in time when he comes back, you can know it is a detailed one. It speaks to a lot of positives for our game. Again, the Jamefe White Commission White Paper. It speaks to a lot of things. I told you that there is also a contract or a document that was done by the then National Teams Committee to draft
Yeah, Dr. Patrick Ofori's
exactly
thing, yeah.
how national teams should be run. There is even a template again for our league. We have a lot of these documents. Mostly what has been missing is the commitment from government. And FIFA always expects government to
lead.
Exactly. And we've not seen that.
That is the issue. So the government will have to lead, Nathan.
Yeah.
If
So
they don't
let's
lead,
get back to the comment. So
they should
government
stop
has
that.
to lead.
They have to lead. Look, they have to lead. And from the people at the FA, I mean, a simple advice. See, don't think that you'll be there forever. But make sure you leave a legacy whilst you are there. There are two types of legacies. There's the very positive ones and the bad ones. But as an individual, you want to leave a good legacy. So start, like Michael, there must be that simple cooperation. Cooperate with the people. Just cooperate. And let's change. Look, it will be so sad for anybody to think and believe that, Charlie, our football is doing well, or our sports in general is doing well. Anybody with such notion, taflache, no more, enkoye. So we are pleading.
Okay.
Some of us are available.
I've been blessed.
Now go
and
do.
shout outs to, I don't know whether I should mention the person who sent it to me.
Oh, mention is this so that I will thank the person.
Okay, this is from our very good friend, Philip Achim Sicho.
Sicho.
Yes.
No more. I was with him yesterday.
Yes. He's blessed us. He's blessed me with a copy.
That's right.
Of the circular.
That's right.
That FIFA sent.
Okay.
They sent it on the 28th of December 2007.
There you go.
Now the title of the circular
2007.
is National Dispute Resolution Chamber Standard Regulations, Standard Electoral Code, and Standard Cooperation Agreement. Dear Sir or Madam, and I'm reading the document, we are pleased to inform you that the above mentioned regulations were approved at the FIFA Executive Committee meeting on October 29, 2007. We would like to comment on said documents as follows. 1. National Dispute Resolution Chamber Standard Regulations. I don't know if that is of interest to us, but maybe I should read it.
It's also of interest.
Let me read it.
Yeah.
It says only a few FIFA member associations have a judicial body that adjudicates on employment disputes between players and clubs, which is contracts. Because of this, FIFA or its dispute resolution chamber have had to decide on a great many employment disputes in the past, regardless of whether the contractual disputes are also concern, the issue of an ITC. To strengthen the jurisdiction of member associations, FIFA has set itself the task of entrusting member associations with initial responsibility for adjudicating on employment disputes not involving international player transfers. What do they mean? Local contract issues will have to be dealt with internally.
So that led the FA to set up the player status committee, the disciplinary committee for officials, and then there are even the disciplinary committee now for agents. Exactly.
Very good. So that deals with that. Point 2, Standard Electoral Code. Elections at FIFA and its member associations must follow such democratic principles as the separation of powers and transparency. It has come to FIFA's attention that certain member associations have paid too little heed to such democratic principles in the past.
Disqualify me. Disqualify me. But no. Look at what you have read.
Hold on, Chris.
Just look at what you've read. They disqualify me.
Okay, but
even in the national election, when people made mistakes on their form, were they not called to the EC to go and correct? You disqualify people and nicodemously take the election to the north. You think the north is in Azerbaijan? This time around, they're taking to anywhere he takes it, we'll meet him there.
CAS approved the decision taken by the FA.
In some cases, in some cases,
oh, you see,
when the matters went to CAS ruled.
You disqualify somebody who was your vice president when you were nobody. No, as humans, Chris, we do make mistakes. If the person had made a mistake, common sense and sincerity will tell the look, Chris, there's an error here. Get it fixed.
Chris, and I'm saying that
they said that error had, fraudulent.
You see, the God of Zebaut.
Chris, my father has something he says.
I said, Jehovah Zebaut will judge us all.
My father has something he says all the time. He says that the law, it is always form against substance. Form against substance. So I agree with you that, you know what? It is true. Just call him and come in.
But this time.
But you see, the reason why, Chris, I'll tell you something. Because people know that if I employ the law and once it falls within that playground, I am free to use the law any way I want. The person has used it. I agree with you on ethics and morality and being kind and being fair.
Justice
but they've also applied the law.
He said what? Too much of what?
Law.
No,
too much of
Something he said something
Yes.
Common
about
sense.
about the
The
balance
common
between
sense
common
came
sense
inside,
and law.
Exactly.
Anyway, let me
Normally, law. Come on,
no problem. Anyway, so it says that
Too much of technical knowledge.
it says in particular, FIFA has noted governmental interference in elections
Yeah.
at member association level on several occasions in order to unify electoral procedures at FIFA's member associations and ensure compliance with basic democratic guidelines during MA elections. The FIFA Executive Committee has passed a standard electoral code. Right? Now, member associations are obliged to implement the code with immediate effect. Those associations have traditionally entrusted another person or body within the association to supervise elections, and it goes on and on. Now, let's talk about the standard cooperation agreement. It says, in the past, cooperation between member states and government authorities has continually led to differences of opinion. These differences have come about because the scope of the parties' responsibilities has not been defined clearly enough. With a view to providing a basic reference work for future cooperation between MAs and government bodies, FIFA has drawn up a standard cooperation agreement, which has been approved by the FIFA Exco. Members are encouraged to use this draft document in future to improve cooperation with government bodies. So that is really the end of the circular. It's a very short circular.
So right from then till the Jamefe committee or commission, we didn't really try to take advantage of that
Yeah.
document.
Yeah.
Okay, that opportunity, that window. Then post Jamefe, when we should have taken action, everybody went to sleep on them.
Yeah.
So maybe we would have to now revisit
We
that
have
conversation.
to. Because if you want to improve on our game, nobody's running away from the fact that you cannot get this game where we want it to be without the government.
Very true. But again, it depends on if government is interested.
They cannot say they are not interested.
Raymond, you know the interesting thing.
no.
They're actually practicing some of the recommendations in these agreements. A lot of
Yes.
it is.
And so they
But
cannot
this
say.
one seems to be the only.
Bone of
Outstanding,
contention.
yeah, yeah.
So we have to go holistic. They
No,
cannot
that-
say
see,
they are
again,
not.
that's what
And
I'm
if
saying, that's what
anyone
I'm
needs
saying.
help,
No.
if you want the exact page, it's page 114 of the Jamefe Commission's white paper report.
Yes.
You find what the commission recommended.
Yes. But you see, this discussion is very interesting. And it's interesting because a lot of ministers have come in. Okay.
No, I'm a
And one way or the other, those ministers will say, maybe we found a way of working with the FE so that there will be no problem.
I can pitch it.
You understand? So let's
All those ministers.
let's just leave
wait.
it as
1
business
minute.
as usual.
All those ministers. Omabuya Kontada.
No, not exactly.
I can pitch it. Amabuya Kontada.
I
The
think
man
so.
who went to
the
the
closest-
All African Games and the Yaba Museum
Yes,
and those
yeah.
book. I mean, Akuntada.
No, so all of them would argue that they had a very good relationship with the FA and it didn't require Ghana going into that agreement.
Yeah.
You get it.
These people.
So again, if Honorable Kofi Adams would have to take this on,
He has to.
he would possibly have to look at the relationship between government and the FA as at now,
Yeah.
See, if
and now make a decision as to whether we want to go into that agreement.
I will plead with him.
because it would come in to solve a certain problem.
I will plead
Very
with him.
true.
We want to fix our football.
Okay.
And they cannot be as sort of being sparingly involved. They have to be fully involved.
Government has to be fully involved.
So that document will have to be. It is not by choice. You cannot decide, or
No.
you are compelled to do it.
Government has
There
to,
has to be a clear direction.
government has to be involved. As we've said, the state is the biggest spender.
Yes.
So when we talk about infrastructure, it is the state,
State.
that can provide the
needed.
best
No, when
infrastructure.
Ibrahim Amanyuma Adol Efeneyo, Eka Ameyakwe Nabama, Boston
See, but you see, the point is that Chris,
no more
Chris, think about it.
He's not government. Like he's a private
but you
man.
see,
Onyuma Adol, or national state.
in your proper working place, that shouldn't happen.
Of course.
It should be a government thing.
Yeah.
Right? So government can handle that. Then the FA provides a plan. This is what we want to do. We need support.
Yes.
You work together.
That is it. But the FA, all their plans to government is money. Blast starts
No,
money.
coach,
Chop.
actually, the GFA presented, I think it was 34 pages or 30 pages about their football development plan to the past government. His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo.
And what happened?
A detailed presentation was made. Some commitment to an extent was given, but not fully. What I know is that this FA has not shied away from making such presentations. But when they did, there was no serious commitment.
Okay, so which
get
means
the
that
point?
the FA too, as an entity, must also put pressure on the government.
$2.5 million. I mean, I'm
So that's on one
Because
hand.
I know for that meeting, as a matter of fact, if I had that document on my previous phone. Maybe the FA can also bring out. I think they even did an online publication regarding it.
No
but they
problem.
met the president and then they shared with him
Yes.
their football
No
development
problem.
plan.
So I feel that the FA can still task
And
the
as part
government.
of that, they said
so that is
somebody
that.
will go take them.
You understand? And then there's also what the FA must also do by themselves, right? Because member associations get a lot of monetary support
Very true.
from their parent associations.
Yeah.
CAF and FIFA. So in as much you can argue that, oh, what do they use it for? They can say, oh, that is what runs our association on a day-to-day. Granted. But I also believe that there's also something that you can do. Right, you can commit some. It's not like all the money used to run your office. I'm sure there's something you can commit to improving all the projects you've started. Because to be fair, Pram Pram is a consequence of FIFA's money. It's a goal project.
No, even after the Go project,
Then
FIFA made them sign
Gone
a certain standard agreement to assess the FIFA forward money.
No problem.
And every year they account for it. In fact, as part of this, that is the reason we've seen the upgrade in terms of facilities at Pram Pram. As we speak, they are building 2 natural grass pitches, which should be completed maybe if everything goes to plan by
That's
the
why
end
you
of
see
the
the
year.
boreholes.
Yeah, the boreholes was also part of that
So you
initiative.
see, great. More. So they have to.
No, they have
more.
we can't afford not to. We need
have to.
We must.
So you see,
in
so
fact.
2 things must happen. One, whatever the FA is doing, you see, that's the other bit too. It must also let people know what it is doing, and it must do more.
You will go and see what they are doing. When they mention the money being spent on what they are doing, it doesn't add up.
Chris, but no, you see, I agree with you. But the
If you
point,
go to Pram Pram, Nona it's nothing good to write home about. Go and look at it.
but
they are in
Go and see.
phases.
Go and see.
they have to do more.
Koko den de ke den chem ke. Scorpion can it be bar can it be AJ? Is it not true?
No,
We've gone to Pram Pram when Scorpion has beaten people.
No, but basically,
You understand? It's true. I won't lie.
Don't you?
That chem.
It's not the Carnation Sports. That's what the Carnation Sports.
but coach,
There are
you
2
see,
things I want to comment on before I leave.
What do you want to comment on?
I want to comment on last week. My boy was here, right? I will comment on that last. I want to comment on the appointment of Coach Carlos Queiroz.
Yeah.
I think we've made a big mistake as a country. Because, you see, when you are appointing a coach, and you have, this is the same FA that talks about DNA, isn't it? I dare them whether Carlos Queiroz fits into the so-called DNA. Look, I supported his appointment prior to the World Cup because at the time, looking at where we were under the circumstance, this was the sort of coach we needed to take to the World Cup. I agree. So I supported it. But in the long term, he cannot be the man for the job. Michael, I know you will agree with me because we talk about the identity of the Ghanaian players.
Yes.
No, they can daddy cram football. Daddy cram football. What? Get me, they don't know what they're doing. They just don't know what they're doing. Don't get me wrong. One, he's not a born winner. Where has he won before? Tell me. Who? Carlos Queiroz.
Oh,
A winner could go down.
by himself.
I'm telling you. He didn't win cup anywhere. Let's forget in the winning cups at Chile. But the point I'm making is that his style of football will not bring the best out of the Ghanaian player. The Ghanaian player is very expressive. He is a rigid manager. Okay? He's going to be teaching something very different from what has been taught. At the juvenile level.
Okay.
If anything has been taught there, you spend money on establishing a DNA, you cannot use that to inform your long-term project. You see why I want all of them to leave the FA? Because they are saying, today they are saying A, tomorrow they are doing D, not even B or C. What people are these? How do you drive everybody along if this is your thinking? Carlos Queiroz, over the years, is an established defensive-minded coach. Having coached for over 40-something years, do you think he will change his philosophy because of Ghana?
Okay.
He will not. I will support him if he gets the job. But I don't think I should be expecting anything meaningful from the Black Stars of Ghana.
You don't think he's a good fit?
No, he doesn't fit the system. But yeah, if I restrict Semenyo try one shot on target.
But Semenyo's inability to play a shot on target, is it down to...
No, but look at where Semenyo started his movement from all the time. Deep in our half. By the time he gets there, he's overrun.
But I want to make the argument that he got Egypt to an AFCON final.
He didn't win, no.
Yeah, but I mean, it was
only
it
Egypt.
was quite
Who
a
else?
process.
Everywhere he's gone, he's been bad. You understand? That Egyptian team should have won the final. The one they lost to penalties against Senegal. They should have won it. What I'm saying is that, Charlie, what you been what our ball, huh? I'm telling you, if this man, we saw him coach Ronaldo, Zidane, he made them into a defensive team. Ahabu, the phenomena, onye David Beckham, onye Ronaldo, onye Zidane, onye Figo.
But as of this, when did Queiroz go to Real Madrid? I'm trying to figure out who was there.
I think it was somewhere 2002, 2003.
Yeah.
When he went to Real Madrid.
I don't think he lasted for a year.
No.
I'm sure no one
He
time.
didn't last.
Born a try. Born a try. Then 2002, 2003, right?
Yeah.
Then I'm sure. How can you give the Black Stars job to a coach like this? He's defensive minded. He will not change it. That's why he will tell you to suffer. Be ready to suffer. If possible, die without a result. No more born who try a World Cup, but truth be told, but some of us understood at the time because
He didn't have enough time.
even if he's had enough time, that is the same system he would have played. But that is what he's played for over 40 years. I think we should have just moved away from him. Sit down as an FA. Look at what you want to see of the team and scan, go through the coaching area and pick somebody who fits who will bring the best out of Mohamed Kudus. You should come and play low block. Don't get me wrong, he's a good coach, but he will not fit our system. And because of that, I think we've made the wrong appointment.
Okay.
Or we would have made the wrong appointment.
Yes.
Because, I mean,
Well, Carlos Queiroz
confirmed.
was at Real Madrid 2003 to 2004.
No more about more than Ronaldo.
He had Figo, Beckham.
I'm a fan. Defensive game here. I try
He
again.
went to replace legendary.
And
center
that
doubles.
was the
Yes.
season Benitez won the La Liga
Yes.
in Valencia.
With that Kanpe team. No, Paddy, his records are there. Another issue, if we are going to appoint him, is he going to be staying at Alisa? No more in Kenya. Cameras, take your camera people. Immortal, we've had this discussion several times. Go to the government acquired resident at the airport residential area. Yeah, quite the level of sparrow jarak destruction that is happening to the building. I pass there every day. Oh yeah,
The technical hub.
yes, that building. For Honorable Kofi Adams and myself, I'll go to him and I'll tell him that, Papa, no more make Papa fight. I have been in that building before. I have ate there before. It has a basement. It has a first floor. It has a ground floor, and then
Was he initially a restaurant?
no,
It was in the shower.
No.
Because he has a basement.
Oh no! I'm asking. No,
There's a proper.
He's going to eat.
No. I visited Akwesi Apia there. These things. Me can't.
No. I just wanted to be sure. You know.
Me didn't want fear her, and to be them fear her.
Oh, okay. You have visited a Black Stars coach there?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Because he's a personal friend.
Oh, okay.
Go look at the windows. Yakwe. I've told Imota to. You see, if Carlos Queiroz is going to stay in this country, we cannot be paying close to $400-500 at Alisa Hotel. He's a farmer. Ona eke lile. I mean, ona. Yone kenye. Eke you about a hotel. Ona lile.
Okay. But nobody knows.
No money.
I'm coming. I'm just saying, nobody knows the relationship. The relationship between himself and the said lady.
I thought it was his daughter, but
that's his wife.
Yeah, he confessed.
He confessed. That was his.
That's his special one.
No, 73, 74 years.
what kind of
Because the guy said, "Is that your father?" I said,
No, that's my beloved. My husband.
I see.
So
that's Carlos.
So Carlos Queiroz is a family man.
Okay.
They are staying in homes with their parents. You cannot put the Black Stars coach in the hotel. We should not condone this. We should never. Because Sabi in prayer, if he's going to bring back his assistant, are they all going to be staying in the hotel? That home can house him
And his assistant.
together with 2 of his assistants, and they will live comfortable. You give them a cook, you get them a security, you get them a driver, you get them a cleaner. Simplicity. You will pay far less than the money you'll be paying at Alisa. So as for this one, Honorable Kofi Idi Adams, Ming Pabufai. No Ming Pabufai. Let's do things when the ordinary Ghanaian gets to know. You know that, yes, these people are thinking Ghana. They are behaving in the interest of this country. You cannot hand over our personal property to Keto Kreko and his cohorts for them to be using as their technical hub. Look at all the monies that they've received from FIFA. Can they go and build their own? Who does this as a government? Me, I'll go and picket in front of the Flagstars house. If Carlos Queiroz stays in the hotel, me. I'll go and do it. Bring your camera, come in, so that if my president sees me, if I can call Coach Nimley for me. I've never met President Mahama before, but I'm sure, as for this one, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama will call me to the Jubilee House in Yakojenda. Maybe because of this, I'll visit him. Maka Papa, the home that the people is using is for the people of this country. It's meant for the coach. We'll be paying close to $400 to $500 a day. A day. I can run grand banner in the Akuta honors and the
Oh, no more. But that one, nobody.
Who stole Avram Grant's money when he was staying in
Addis Ababa? Let's proceed.
Who stole the money?
But coach, I have a question for you. I have a question for you.
No more. You so have to go. Take a picture of the place.
Don't worry. We'll go there.
Video the place.
Yes.
That is if we'll be allowed inside.
Oh, no, nobody can stop you. It's a public land. I beg you, yeah. It's by the road. Where you going? Yeah. Nobody can stop you. They to bring the apparatchiki boys to come and stop you. Let's see what will happen. Okay. Nobody could stop you. You must get your cameras ready.
So coach, if we are not appointing Carlos Queiroz to continue the job, in your own estimation, who should we be looking at?
Oh, I think we need to sit down and then look at coaches. There are coaches out there. I don't want to say anybody.
So per what you want to see happen with the
I want to see a coach who will allow us to express ourselves. Simple.
And who comes to mind? Is that coach available?
Yes, I think there are a lot available. I don't want to put the name out there. You know, I'm not affiliated to anybody.
Right.
But if the FA decide to search, they will get. If they decide to search, they'll get. In working for the commission in designing that Ghanaian DNA, I was tasked to look at Spain, look at France, and then look at Spain, France. There was a third country.
Germany.
And Germany. Thank you for reminding me. Put proper documentation together. Otia Kente has the holistic approach. You came 2 months, then you sack the man. He's gone with the approach. Honorable Kofi Adams, please, let's solve this problem. Get the man back into that facility, give him a cook, give him a cleaner, give him a security, and then get his car for him that would take him anywhere.
Okay.
My last point.
Hold on. Let's just breathe a little. I'm coming.
Now go there.
I'm coming. All right, time check is 9:52. Chris, let's wrap it up. Then we do messages, and then we can bring the coach down. So you know.
Last week Friday, my boy Lawrence Ati Zigi was here.
Yeah,
That was Monday.
Yeah, Monday. Sorry.
It was
Monday.
this Monday.
Yes, this Monday actually.
This Monday.
And I think Raymond asked a very simple question, and in answering the question, he talks about my criticism of him being personal. First and foremost, I want him to know that if there's anybody out there that seek his success, apart from his immediate nuclear family, nobody desire his success than I do. Myself, Alai, my assistant coach, and then Willie, my team manager. I will always critique him in the manner that will make sure it brings the best out of him.
Okay.
When it comes to Mother Ghana, nothing stops me. Nathan, you've been with me for years now. If my wife is not capable, I'll tell her, sweetheart, you just cannot do it. I think this lady, when it comes to executing this job for Ghana, is better than you. That's got nothing to do with any personal interest or being personal. It was strictly tactical. And I thank God that in saying that Benjamin Asari should be Ghana's number one, ahead of my own boy, the boy that I picked at age 8 years and nurtured. When Asari was given the position, he didn't disgrace me. So somebody would say, Coach Nimley got vindicated. I'm not saying Ati was bad. In fact, I had a program with you somewhere. I said that first 45 minutes against Panama, he was excellent. He was brilliant. But prior to the tournament, I have said, per the role the two men played in qualifying, I think Benjamin Asari was the established number one. And if I'm the coach, I won't change him. And I've also said that Lawrence Ati as a goalkeeper gets better with competition. Those who have been cutting my voices and sending to my boy, they should look at all this and cut to him. These are things I've said already. That if he doesn't see true competition ahead of him, you don't get the best out of him. So a time came when he was the established number one of the Black Stars. His performances were bad, true or false. They were not up to the level. And people will say, this is Amphim, a Besheno, true or false. When I heard those statements, do you think I was happy with it?
No.
It was disturbing. It was during those times that I said that he needs competition. I know him. He's always been like that. In my coach team where I picked him and nurtured him, he was my established number one at his level. But he knew that his number two and number three were equally as good as him, if not better. The one thing that has always been his advantage is his ability to play with the foot. Okay? Because at that level, I taught them. Ke goalkeeper jibu denche kaba. Ke mene more ultra. Or ke mene more few. Then you go. Then you two come and play. And I insisted on the principle of using both feet and touching the ball. Although you are a goalkeeper. So in my team, at that level, U12, U14, U17, when my players are passing to the goalkeeper, they are not afraid. Have you seen him play football before?
No, I haven't seen him.
He's a proper footballer. You ask the players, at times he plays with them. So what I said was, Benjamin Sarri tactically is a better defensive organizer than that. I've tasked him to talk when he's in the goalpost. And I maintain that the goal we considered against Colombia, I think if he had organized the defense better, we wouldn't have conceded that goal. These are tactical criticism. I will not say because he's my boy, I'll compromise. I know where he's coming from, in the sense that you are my coach, like he admitted here. You help unearth me. Why are you saying this in public? But I'm also going to tell him, we call him Besto. That is his nickname. He's called Besto, meaning among his peers, he's always been the best. Besto, kobo mitwe botu oduba, olemeche, olebrasema eche. Benim bombo chosemo. I have not changed. I am still who I am. My costume, when I finish, I'll play a voice for you outside that the captain of the team sent to me. He said, those days in my costume, Ona Kudus, he should have played for my team. Kudus came to my team when I had just 1 week to go and do my masters in the States. So, when those days we are doing Justify, we have about 200 to 300 boys. Kudus was part of the last 20 boys I picked. When I left, I didn't know what happened. My assistant coach dropped him. I don't know if Kudus himself will remember. But that was the standard of my team. So I will not run away from the fact that because you are my boy, I will not criticize you. As for the issues of being personal, if you think he and myself have got issues, he's always welcome to come home. And I know that one day, he will come home. And the day he comes home, we will sit. Because when he came here on Monday, I've spoken to the uncle, I've spoken to the mother. And I did tell them that it has got nothing to do with personal issue. I'll continue to do my job to serve Mother Ghana. The day he steps up, and he's better than Benjamin Sarri, I will say it. But as we speak today, I still do maintain, if I have the means to coach the Black Stars, and I'm to choose between him and Benjamin Sarri, they are both shot stoppers. He's better with his feet. Ben is not. But because Ben, in my view, is a better defensive organizer of shaping my defense to make it very difficult to concede, I will always choose Benjamin. I wish him all the best wherever he is. He should focus on his game and improve and become better and come and serve Mother Ghana. Try, no mania blau.
Yeah.
Ray. Nathan, quick one. So my good friend, Bello Sida. Bello can be back. In which year did you complete Akaka?
Kemo Bello Ake. Akaka will be here.
It's okay.
On the several platforms.
Some of us love him.
On the several platforms. You see, Bello, I'm not on any of the Accra Academy platform. Because truth be told, look.
It's okay, Chris. It's all right. Let's just say that. Okay. Sometimes it can be some way.
Okay. Coach, he said, I should ask you, can you describe Messi's essence in Ghana for him?
What is all this?
No, Bello. Oli, I will get remote to send you my number and then you call me, then we'll talk. But I appreciate you that way. Since no Kema will be a platform, what time people be platform, no? Because Nibi ni no a platform, no.
Old school.
Yes, Nathan Kwao. He's also not on any academy platform. I'm not there. Freddie Ankra, Michael Thompson, OJ. We are all not there because me come feel like I'm in a me come. No Abu mo. What time me come? Coach,
and then you have a fun. Niado at Relish, he says he enjoys listening to you.
Niado of what?
He's at Relish. Relish, you know, they deal in the herbal stuff, like, you know, the natural.
No more means more herbal. I'm a chemist, but I don't take the abrafodrone. So he should bring me more.
So Niado,
that will enable me do this.
I can't believe. It's unbelievable.
Naganona.
When you prepared the special,
that be this time I'll give you a consignment.
Which special?
Oh, when you prepared the special this thing for you?
When?
No, I mean, you are my client.
I'm only trying to say I can near Echo Beche.
See, not the balance up when I go.
This not the balance, and I'm a man in a
Babona.
Echo Monaco. Maybe.
I don't offend to come with okay.
Maybe.
You can actually offend to say about
Ekanoko Bahako.
Offend to call you how
they harm Yeko.
Okay. To offend to feel one
to let no let to Mogaba.
Over coach, it's nice to have you.
I appreciate you guys having me.
Chris, thank you.
We didn't have enough time, but this is Michael. This is your manifesto. Next year, we will point it out to him.
Oh, a lot of things in that have been done.
No, it's not true.
Oh, I will do that later.
Don't worry.
But coach, this talk about, you know, changing the status quo, you know, bringing a new person and all. Do we have them in?
No more. I'm using this question and I'm telling Keto Kriku that if the time is up, he should go. If he doesn't go, the one to contest him is already prepared by God. It's already prepared by God. It's already prepared by Jehovah Zebaoth. This time around, Ibana the life get colored. But me, the only thing is that I'm encouraging the footballers. Baby, you are bigger than an ambassador. No, I would have been a canier. Mina Jambos, Asamoah. I mean, you I'm a talk about that. Dr. Randy Abmine Jambos, Accra Academy. I'm a talk about that. They have done football. We've seen what they have done. The time has come for a footballer to lead this country. Stephen Apiame, Michael Essien, Abedi Pele, me one chanye. Andre me can be one chanye fenya can you awami. Morgan are you? Nyefenya can you awami? Asamoah Jan, Stephen Apia, Michael Essien, Sule Ali Muntari, Tony Bafo, Brad Lye Sabato Kingston. No one nyefenya can you awami. Football and yenetwa, nyenye you have links. Come and change the face of Ghana football. We've seen the administrators. I'm a bomb.
This is Sporty FM.
Many bomb the journalists. Many Boss Prosperado is the journalist. Football a bomb. Keto Kriko journalist. Football a bomb. Randy Abbey journalist. Football a bomb. Akoto Mene Academy. Pato a bomb. Sheikh Tofik. Le Injigale Lele Ebo Moten Henry Asante. Actually, I had several programs with Henry Asante because we had a simple interest. I mean, shadow. Nyefenya Bobone. Not any per diem winning bonus appearance fee. Nyefenya Crow. I used to football like Mfeche Mimali. Honorable Kofi Dad, come and tell us how much everybody got. As for that breakdown, Kofi has promised me that he will bring it to the people of Ghana. Yeah. We need to know. Any players say 400,000. If we can know how much the true protagonists took, what is stopping us from knowing how much those are the peripheral? When this country, Akaka Mokoto beeps, ordinary beeps per game, and now $8,000 Mali. Qualification, the World Cup, Bobo, a thing. I mean, she.
Let me go.
What do you mean she? I know call about
I wish I understood God.
So he's saying that if
I'm in Betchy. He's saying that.
So Michael, he's saying that.
Now, Kofi Adams told the whole country.
Okay, let's go
Jordan would take $100,000, but take $100,000. They are the people working and running and sweating. But in that same budget, I mean, Shadow Baneko, Henry Santi Baneko, Boy Baneko, Kate Officer Baneko, John Pence Baneko. Ghanaians deserve to know. Okay. And at the right time to come. Akeka Moko to Cones, or Kochiche Konsa, or $8,000. Kofi Adams told us. Then he slashed it to 4,000. Even that. Hey, the people selling by the as early as 5:30 a.m. People are selling ice water and coal. Ice water, they'll be there under the sun, under the rain. Somebody come and arrange coals, carry blasters back and balls. You give him $8,000. I trust Kofi Adams. He will not disappoint me. Those figures and the various assignment and disbursement will come. Coach has come. Charlie, let me pray for you. You see the job you are doing. May the good Lord bless you.
Amen.
May the good Lord continue to enrich your knowledge.
Amen.
Me, I learn a lot, but chemistry takes a chunk of my knowledge. Football is my passion. I've educated myself. And I'm telling you, I do learn from the things you say. And almost everything that I've watched of you display, tactically, you are spot on. Don't change your stand. Remain truthful.
Okay, coach.
When the opportunity presents itself one day, and you have to work for this country in a practical means where you get involved, I know you'll be aspiring to. I have my ambition to do that. But under the current jurisdiction, much more. But the system is highly corrupt. It's a highly corrupt system. When the time comes, you can count on people like me.
Thank you, coach.
I'll be there to assist you.
Thank you, coach.
God bless you, okay?
God bless you.
God will bless your family. Are you married?
Not really.
There's a beloved in your life. There's a beloved in your life.
Ray, be careful.
As it stands now, no.
You are unattached.
Yes.
But there's a beautiful girl you are looking at, right?
It's true.
Yes.
It's true.
Yes. I pray God that if she's the one for you, you own her.
Thank
and
you.
the two of you establish your
Thank you,
your
life
life
together.
Thank
you
you.
was about. Ajo.
Thank you.
I'm grateful.
Thank you.
I'll be listening to you.
Yes.
Now go.
Let me go through some of the messages and then we bring in Coach. Now, so today is a bit of an extended version, so we'll do that. But Michael, why are you closing?
You only get to
why
extend the
shutting
version
PC down?
when Coach Nimley comes into the studio.
I am moving with Coach Nimley. We are going to continue out there.
This one is from Nathan in Kaza. Says, when I saw the flyer, I said to myself that by now the people at the FA ball rough because they know that Zebat himself is about to put fire under them. Some of us don't have the voice, so we always pray for people like him to be empowered and not relent in the fight.
Amen.
To get our sports to go in the right direction. All right, more messages. I don't even know where we are starting from. This one, I don't even get some of these messages. This one said, this is Kingsley. If you want a new coach, please get us one. I don't even know what that means, man. This one says, when I watch the World Cup, I see all the past footballers sitting in the booth. Sitting in a booth. How come none of our previous footballers were not sitting in the booth during our matches?
We'll change that.
Oh, no, but Jan was
there.
Yeah.
Jan was there. Jan was there.
I saw Jan.
Baby.
Yeah. But I think Jan...
Appear.
Did I see Appear?
I saw Apia.
Yeah.
Yes.
In one of the games.
In one of the games.
Yeah.
Croatia game, I think.
Okay. This one says, I don't understand Coach Nim this morning. Why should Dreams be punished for RTU's actions on the day?
He didn't listen.
It was the match of the. It was the job of the match commissioner to decide whether the match should have been played. It's the match commissioner's report that matters here. I suppose Dreams played under protest.
Yeah.
They couldn't have abandoned the game even if it was clear RTU players had been impersonated.
It is like because of people like this and ideas like this, that's why Ghana football will not go on.
Let me finish with the message. This one said, why do some people think that what Ghana did in football to win trophies in the 70s, 80s, and 90s would work today? Football has changed and it's even more scientific.
Do you know what
even
has never changed?
What's that?
The scouting system of football
Yeah.
has never changed. Oyata player. Go to the villages where the players are.
Yeah.
What has changed about that one?
Okay.
And be honest with your selection.
Okay. And
Taking
then,
the talent, what has changed?
and
Coach
then-
Tachien.
okay.
If they tell you there's a ball in Tumu, it's good. Want to go there?
Yeah, you go.
What has changed about that?
Okay. Then he says that for the first time, I didn't hear Raymond interject a guest. Is it because he agrees with Coach Nimley on every point of his presentation? Hey, Ghana people, when Ray interjects, you
are
complain.
disrupting.
You say he's disrupting.
Are they
I have people even sending me text messages saying that I allow Raymond to misbehave and I should sack him from
Yeah,
the
that
studio. Somebody said Gary should sack me because I allow Raymond to misbehave. Today Raymond is quiet. You are complaining.
They should come and sack
Charlie, God bless my former boss Bernard Avle. He says, Nathan, if you listen to listeners and callers, you won't even wear clothes anymore because everybody has something to say. Let us proceed. 054 257 106. Guys, please give me messages here. This one says, you see the passion coach uses to address issues. I like him so much. You should keep up the good work.
This is
Okay,
Sporty
let's
FM.
move on to another message. Let's move on to another message. 054 257 1061. This one says, so those saying Argentina hasn't played any tough team, they were playing only African teams. When they met England, what was the result? Spain will try their best, but Argentina will use their experience to beat them. Ask coach to do a combined Argentina-Spain 11. Okay, Benjamin Kwame Azosu from Adenta sent that. This one,
Sporty FM.
okay, I fully support what coach is saying. We need a coach who will bring the best out of our players. Semenyo, Kudus, and others, and other attacking players. Are we going to build a team on the defenders? I'm so upset. This one says, I feel so much love for Elikem Zigi because of where I'm from, but I always feel bad when he faces shots. It's hard for me, but I feel more comfortable when Asari is in post. Okay, Wonder Skin from Tando sent us that particular message. 054 257 1061. 054 257 1061. Nilomo from Apam says, Pizzo Motsimani is one of the most successful coaches in African history. I believe he'll be a good fit for the Black Stars. With his winning mentality and attacking philosophy, he will bring out the best in the team. Nilomo, with the current context of Ghana-South African relations, is Pizzo Motsimani, whose name you are
You
mentioning.
should stay back in South Africa.
You should stay back.
Stay back.
All right. This one says, I agree with Coach Nimley on Carlos Queiroz' appointment. Under Kurt's administration, we've had coaches who couldn't. We've appointed the same style of coaches, defensive coaches who never bring out the best. Milo to Otto to Chris to Otto to Carlos. The same coaching principle. After 2 years, we are still talking about the same story. We are still saying the same thing. Okay, all right. More messages. 054 257 1061. This one says, very interesting discussion. Listening to you from Snake Pension House. Special happy birthday to Mabel Ofori, General Manager, Admin, and HR of SNIT. From Cleopas Akpelu of HR Manager Philip Kofi, Senya, GM Operations, and Despon Amwa, GM Finance. Okay, all right. Happy birthday to Madame Ofori. This one says, I was once supporting the FA, but I think they have failed us as a nation. We need a fresh start. Nothing is working in Ghana football. Sports Messiah from Amasaman Fise. Okay. This one says, Coach will hit the nail on the head, but they won't listen and apply. He said it several times on other platforms. Nothing has changed. Okie dokie. This one says, how about a coach like Hervé Renard? You know, this Hervé Renard, I think his ship has sailed. And you see, when you look at Hervé Renard's body of work, he's always worked with established teams. So, for example, the Zambian team that won the AFCON, it was a set team when he took over, right? The Ivorian team that won the AFCON, it was a set team when he took over. When he was tasked with, which team was he tasked with? Morocco. Look at his struggles with Morocco when he had to construct a team, right? So I think we need to understand Renard's strengths, what he can do, what he cannot do. Look, Renard is great if the team is set. He can get them to galvanize around an objective and they execute. But this team is a team that hasn't been constructed. We haven't properly constructed this Black Stars team. We've even struggled to even play to the best, to the strength of this team. Look, this team at best, and Coach Danso, you are here, Coach Nimley, look, when I look at the profile of the current Black Stars team, at best, this team is a transitional team.
Yeah.
I was
Simply, just by the preponderance of attackers we have, we can best play in a transition. It's not our fault. It's just that we've the team has, like, the collection that has come together is just designed to play transition football, right? That's just what I think, and I don't think Hervé Renard really. 12 in KG says, I admire coach's consistency in terms of football issues. I also plead with Kurt when it's time to go. He should go. Okay. All right, let me read more messages. This one says, okay, I love Coach Nimley. He's very passionate. He has truly shown his maturity. God bless him. Villa from Usu sent that particular message. Okay. This one says, always a delight listening to Coach Nimley. He says, I want to be his student of two smooth, one chaff. Look at all this. All right, this one says, I really like Coach. I regret never meeting him during my playing days. Lawson J from East Legon sends that. Okay, I think we are. This one says, where can I find the commission's report? Look, I don't know if the commission report is still in print. I bought mine in 2014 at the Ghana Publishing Place, just after Accra Technical University. So maybe you can go there and find out if they still print, and then you can buy a copy. So you usually buy the document and the white paper. You can buy the two, and then you read. It's a very interesting document. I have mine in physical copy, which I will not share, because the last time I gave a book of mine or a document of mine to somebody, when it came up, there was palm soup
all over the place.
There was palm soup.
My own said the same thing. I gave it to somebody. When I went back for it, I didn't like the shape. But
yes, there was. It was a copy of.
I used to have the document, the DNA.
Yeah, I still have that. That is even
it was my copy of Jonathan Wilson's Inverting the Pyramid.
Oh, and
when it came back, there was palm soup in it. That was the day I vowed.
He wanted to introduce football dynamics to palm soup.
Yeah, so that was the day I stopped giving out my football books. Sorry, I got it back. I just didn't like the fact that there was
initiated into palm soup.
Ray, I bought that book. I bought that book about 10. Like, I bought that book when I was still in school. I had to save my CDs, convert to pounds to let somebody buy.
You still have the book.
It came back with palm soup. That was the day I stopped. One, giving books out, and two, I stopped buying physical books. Now all the books I own, over the 2,000 of them on my tablet, are all soft.
I got it back eventually.
And I only give the ones I haven't bought. You if you are in my circle, you get.
Yeah.
If you are not in my circle, no. That's it. This one says, it will be proper to get a full report of the World Cup report of the World Cup from the technical team headed by Carlos Queiroz. It will give clear details of our strengths and weaknesses. As many were aware, Queiroz is known for his defensive prowess, which he exhibited in the 4-month contract. He was very smart. The only way he could get the team beyond the group stage was a low block and play on the break. It's a bit tricky for the effort to proceed, knowing his strengths. The question is, if he's giving a 2-year contract, are Ghanaians going to see another side of Carlos Queiroz? Will he play attacking football? Will we win games, or we have to settle down with what we already know? For Carlos Queiroz to succeed as Ghana coach, he has to play expansive football, coaching his attackers.
This is Sporty FM, the voice of sport.
Okay. He says we'll have to get the attackers to be more clinical and sharp. Having a short-time contract, it was right for him to adopt a system that will work for the team. It says, I can't wait for his World Cup report. Well, that report, well, it will most likely be kept.
Another reason, you remember when he was asked whether he selected the players? Is that what he did?
Smiling.
Okay, let's proceed.
There is a coach. I'm a coach. If I'm the one who selected the players, when you ask me, would I smile at you? I said, I
confidently say
yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay, all right, guys. Let's proceed. This one says, I'll join coach to do a picketing when the time comes. I also want to see the president so I can get to arrange cones for the Black Stars. Clearly, you will not get to arrange cones for the Black Stars. All right, more messages. This one says about ex-players getting into administration. It doesn't always work out. Example is Eto in Cameroon. It is true. It doesn't always work out.
It also at times works. So
we have to ensure that
it's now their turn. They should come and do something.
I think
it's not their turn.
About this ex-players thing, I think they should take advantage of opportunities they get. There is a strategic thing I see in this whole Asamoah thing, which perhaps maybe some of us have not paid attention to. It is an opportunity for him to get closer to some of these football conversations, get acquainted with how some of these things are done, and then build himself. That is very important. We should build ourselves. I find it at times a bit irritating when I see some of these ex-players on international platforms discussing football, where our own stars, for instance, Sule Muntari, Michael Essien, you give them opportunity, and the way they even speak and articulate their views, you will not like it.
No, but when Stephen Appiah said it's time football be run by footballers, you remember what the FA did to him, right? Same FA.
Again, if Appiah wants to run football, has he prepared himself for it?
But if he had not prepared himself for it, did Ketukreko prepare himself for it? Those days, how prepared were they?
No, I think
I'm talking about that.
Coach,
they have never played football before.
Coach, you see,
when somebody who has played football makes a statement that it is time for footballers to run, then they came for him, isn't it?
Some
of us had to come to the defense and speak in the manner we've never spoken before.
There is no automatic timeline for footballers to take over.
And so it's time.
Infantino is not a former footballer.
So it's time.
Seferin is not a former footballer. The point is that build yourself to that level.
They have built
themselves. And I see that strategically, if Asamoah has such ambitions, this is the best time that he can tap into the various football knowledge and experience, build himself, and get ready. That is the only thing.
Anthony Bafo has built himself. If he wants the job, he takes it.
Then he should come out.
Chris, don't worry. Chris, but what about interest? What about those who genuinely may not be interested?
Yeah, so he should come out.
That's what I'm saying. It is time for them. Look, they have what? The PFF or something.
PFAG.
Come on. It's time for you to get into the football team yourself. Get inside and manage it so that we see that you have played it before. You have been there. You know how it is done. Everything. You can go anywhere. There's nowhere they cannot go.
Okay. All right. This one, let's proceed. Let's proceed, guys.
Ati a home ticket can be coming. In the right time, and those will come out.
Okay. Okay, let's proceed, Charlie. Let's proceed. This person says his name is Tatata. This is what the FA deems the best thing happening to football. The so-called football people agree, hence the backing and re-election. Government is equally involved. Okay, both have vision and leadership problems. Hence, the state of sports in the country is not as simple as it looks, Coach. The whole stakeholder system lacks vision, and we have a long way to go. Well, and that's why we are saying, well, it is true. I mean, it is true. We need to get more serious. We really need to get more serious. We really need to get more serious. All right, this one, hot buff fruit from airport. Or is it hot beef from airport?
Okay.
Hot babs? Charlie, when we are typing the message, Charlie, let's take our time. I can't even read the I can't even read the messages. Charlie. Anyway. This one, someone is asking where's Coach Opele? He's in the US now, living his best life. This one says, I got your station by chance during the World Cup at odd hours when all the other stations had come out their eyes. Yeah. And I've been glued ever since. the person who assembled says all of us. I don't know where the message is even coming from. All of us did a yeoman's job. Coach Nimley, Nathan, etc. Solid work, and anyone who listens to you, in my right, demands to know about the station. All right, Acapella sender. Thank you so much, Acapella, for listening to us.
Free and fair.
It says, please be free and fee. I don't know what that
Fair,
means.
fair.
You want to say fair?
Point us one, because these FA leaders are not having the mindset for good or great coaches. So please come out and be free and fair.
Yeah, good.
Whatever that means,
Yeah.
I don't know. Kingsley sends that. Charlie, let me read another message.
No,
Don't read this one. There, no.
Don't read it.
This one, tell coach he should stick to United. Last season, he was poking his nose into the nose of Arsenal.
No more
about that
supporting you more.
Bona,
Ona Nyasuba.
Ben Kebu.
Me honorable Sam Jata George was supporting you. Where if you no go.
Duke from Kaswa says, I think Jan, Essien, and Apia have the capacity to take over. Look, the sad truth is that Michael Essien, he's not interested. That's the truth. I'll tell you, he's not. He wants to live his life peacefully. This one, Benjamin Kwame. Charlie, look at all this. This one says, I used to like politics, but ever since Sporty FM came, my love for sports shows has grown. Very educative, no peddling or falsehood. Keep it up. Please ask Coach Nimley to give us some of the mixture. One Michigoro and something.
Now, boys. Anyway,
when you tell them to get married, they don't want to get married. Meanwhile, you want to be drinking.
You want to enjoy the
one smooth, one chap. Why? Why are boys looking for mixtures to drink? For power. Tell them they should get married.
Charlie, investment now why? Baby girl say I push
Get married. So get married.
Get married. That's it.
Game I try.
No me pay you. No problem.
Ray, when you got tired of the game, you got married.
No more, but I can't be
at a point in my life.
I can't be in a hurry to advise coach to go and marry.
You cannot be. No. I'm not talking about coach.
You heard what I told you, right?
Yes.
As for coach,
get a woman and settle down.
As for Coach Nimley, he has advised Coach Danso. Anyway, let us proceed.